Mexico University, Pecos Valley Equipment, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Kane Electrical Supply, the City of Artesia Police Department, Coterra Energy, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Smile Expressions, Edge Safety, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Boris Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Tate Branch Dodge, Hawker & Sons, KFC, Incredible Printing, J.S. Warden Son Insurance, J&J Home Care, Richland Motors, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Amigo Machinery, La Fonda, Mac Energy, Pressure Services, Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, State Farm Agent Sandy Stockton, Spur Energy Partners, Turpinning & Sons Mortuary, Western Bank, Wilbanks Trucking, John and Nancy Yates, and the Eddy County DWI Task Force. Now, on to the action.
Good afternoon, everybody, here on KEND in Roswell. This is Joby Hodling with Artesia Bulldog Volleyball. We've got the Bulldog football team playing in Artesia, so they are on KSVP Radio. And I'm bringing you live action from here at the Rio Rancho Event Center as our number 10 seeded Artesia Lady Bulldogs go undefeated. Well, I take that back. They lost one set in the first three rounds, but they upset everybody in front of them and now are here in the semifinal game. And so we wanted to bring it to you here the best we could, and so that's what we're doing as we're on KEND and the Bulldogs football team playing over on KSVP and also on KSVPradio.com and KSVP Radio AM 990 and FM 93.7, the football team. I think we're streaming here as well, so the Bulldogs are on KSVPTV.com, the football game, but I think we are too here at Rio Rancho Event Center and also on Facebook and also on YouTube. So both, of course, our stuff is audio only. The football team, you can watch and listen there if you already are. The Artesia Bulldogs, I'm going to pull down my page here. So they came into this tournament, as I said, as the 10 seed, and they played Valencia Thursday morning at 10 a.m. and got that win 3-0, defeating Valencia Jaguars, who were the 7 seed, 25-18, 25-16, and 25-18. So the Bulldogs moved on. And they played that afternoon at 4 p.m. This was Thursday afternoon and took on the number 2 seeded Albuquerque Academy and beat them in 3 sets. They won 25-22, 25-23, and 25-9. So the 2 seeded Academy Chargers get defeated. And then the Bulldogs didn't have to play until yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And they did drop their first set, 25-20, to the number 3 seeded Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. But then stormed back, and they won the next 3, 25-21, 25-17, and 25-17. And so, Bulldogs undefeated, but now we're in the semis, and you don't get 2 losses from here on out. So they win here in this game that it was scheduled to start at 2, and it's not started, obviously. It's 2:03. They're still warming up on the floor of both teams. But the Artesia Bulldogs, the 10 seed, are playing the number 5 seed Hope Christian Huskies here in a few minutes. On the other side of the bracket, Valley, the 8 seed, defeated Goddard, the 9 seed, 3-1 in their first set. So Valley then moved on and played St. Pius, the 1 seed. St. Pius swept them 3-0. And then St. Pius played Hope Christian, who had defeated Taos, and then Silver City, the 4 seed, Hope Christian, the 5 seed. So Hope Christian beat number 12 Taos. They moved up 3-0. Then they moved on and played Silver City, defeated them 3-0. And then yesterday, at the same time, we were playing Santa Teresa, number 1 versus number 5, St. Pius and Hope Christian. St. Pius won 3-1. So that put Hope Christian to play this morning, and they played Albuquerque Academy, who had went to the losers bracket after we beat them. Albuquerque Academy beat Goddard 3-0. Then Albuquerque Academy beat Portales 3-0, two of our fellow district opponents. And then yesterday they fell, or this morning, I take that back. This morning, Albuquerque Academy, the 2 seed, fell to the 5 seed 3-0. So that's how we got where we're at. On the bottom half, Silver City had gotten beaten by Hope Christian. They went to the other side, but they swapped sides, and they won 3-0 over Gallup. And then they defeated the number 8 seed Valley 3-0. And then this morning they played the number 3 seed Santa Teresa, the Silver City Fighting Colts, and won 3-2. So that pits them, and they're warming up on the court right next to us. Silver City, the 4 seed, playing St. Pius in the one semifinal game, and our 10 seed Artesia Bulldogs playing the number 5 seeded Hope Christian in the other semifinal ball game. So the Artesia Bulldogs have done their warm-ups. The other Hope Christians out on the floor right now. Artesia wearing their black shorts with the orange long-sleeve jerseys. Black numbers, white outlines on those. The Hope Christian Huskies wearing black shorts as well, white jerseys with all black numbers, and actually it may be a dark green. They're green and white and black is what color they are. So I think it's green lettering and green numbers for the Huskies. For the Artesia Bulldogs, go ahead and give you the lineup. Number 1, Caitlin Addington, she's a junior and a middle blocker. Number 2, Kirkland Miller, our setter, and she's a junior. Another junior defensive specialist is number 3, Jackie Tovar. Number 4 is Kaylee Padilla. She is a outside hitter defensive specialist. She's a junior. Ashton Kraft is also a junior opposite side hitter, wears number 5. Number 6 is Brecken Miller. She's a freshman defensive specialist. Junior number 7, Sorrel Sheffield. She's a defensive specialist. Middle blocker and junior, number 8, Jenna Whitmire. Number 9 is Carmen Harvey. She's our libero, and she's a senior, one of our 3. Junior outside hitters, number 10, Demery Howard. Number 11 is Hattie Harrison. She's a middle blocker and our 2nd senior. And our 3rd senior is outside hitter, number 12, Tessa Yates. Junior setter is number 13, Adrian Harvey. And number 14 is Brooklyn Evans. She's an outside hitter, and she is a junior. For the number 5 seeded Hope Christian, they come into this ball game. And by the way, the Bulldogs come in 15-11. They finish 3rd in District 4-4A and get the 10 seed. The number 5 seeded Hope Christian Huskies, they finished the season through yesterday. They're 20-7, and they are, and through this morning actually, got the win this morning. They're the district runner-up in District 6-4A. And go down their lineup right quick. Number 1's a sophomore, Alyssa Ortega. Number 2 is a freshman, Avery Steele, and she's 5'9". And I listed anybody over 5'8" or above, and they're pretty tall. Junior number 3, Jennifer Chrismore, she's 5'10". Junior number 4, Lacey Henry. Number 5 is a freshman, Haley Wiles. Junior number 6, Sydney Macias. And then there's number 7, she's a senior, Trinity Carpenter, and she's 5'11". Senior number 9, Abigail Ryder. Senior number 10, Devin McGork, she is 5'8". Junior number 11, Moxie Snyder. Another senior, number 12, Alyssa Bolden, she's listed at 5'8". And sophomore, number 13, Addison Hazen, also listed at 5'8". Over on the KSVPTV.com channel for the Bulldogs football, they're at the half, and Artesia leading the Lovington Wildcats 31-7, if you didn't know that game was on. And they are Bulldogs really playing well. Lovington came out. I was watching it here from my spot in the Rio Rancho Event Center on my iPad, and the Bulldogs came out, or Lovington came out and almost ate up the entire first quarter and scored a touchdown. There was like 2-something left in the first quarter, and then Artesia does what Artesia does. They drove down the field very quickly and scored and tied it up. And then from there, it's been a lot of great defense and a lot of good offense for the Artesia Bulldogs as they currently lead the Lovington Wildcats 31-7. So that's over on KSVPTV.com on the Bulldog football channel. We, I think, are here on the Bulldog. Yeah, we are. Mike Winters in Roswell helping me out here. Says we're on KSVPTV.com as well. And we're on KEND in Roswell so that we could get this game broadcast out on our live stream spots so that Bulldog fans could watch and they can't watch our game, of course. We're audio only, but they can certainly listen to our game while they're watching from Bulldog Bowl, or if you're watching somewhere else on KSVPTV.com, Facebook, or YouTube, the Bulldog football team. So an exciting day for Bulldog sports as our girls are in the semifinals here in Rio Rancho, one game away from the state championship, which, by the way, will be at 6 o'clock tonight. And when the Bulldogs, and if the Bulldogs do get this win, then I'll be carrying that game starting 6-ish, and we'll be back on KSVP radio and all of our other normal spots. But again, for this game, we're on KEMD out of Roswell, plus KSVPTV.com. So wherever you're listening, thanks for tuning in as the Bulldogs and the Huskies shake hands, and now they're going to go out to the middle. I think both teams, and they will. They'll go out and circle up on their side of the courts and talk about it. Bulldogs are on the, as I look, as I talked about this yesterday, there's 4 courts here in the event center, and we're on court number 4, right down here in the east side of the center. And where they have media set up is right here in this corner on the northeast side. So I'm looking straight down on the second level at the Bulldogs court, and they're on my side, so their backs will be to me as our Bulldog fans are right down below me, and a good crowd here for the Lady Bulldogs. All right, so the starters for Artesia: Harrison, Howard, Kraft, Miller, Padilla, and Carmen Harvey will check in as she's getting a drink of water and taking a minute to do it, but the official is looking down our line there. So Whitmire's on the floor, but she'll check out when Harvey checks in. That'll be the rotation set. And now she's telling Harvey she can come in, so her and Whitmire will go over and do a jump high five. Jenna will go down the bench and high five and low five everybody, and here we go. It'll be Bulldogs starting things off with Carmen Harvey leading the way here as she gets ready to serve from the right side. Her jump serve upcoming. She's wearing a black shirt, the libero, and the libero on the other side is all green, and it hits the net. So not the best way they wanted to start it, but 1 point goes to the Huskies, 1-0, and checking in for the Huskies. Out is number 3, in is number 1, Alyssa Ortega, and she'll go back to serve as Chris Moore checks out. She's going to start on the right side with her service. And here's her serve. Padilla, Miller, set to Hattie Harrison, and there's a kill, and I mean she smashed it down the left side. It went off of 2 Huskies and backwards. So 1-1, Kraft will go back to serve. She'll start out in the middle, but she does that slide and then her jump serve over to the right. 1-1 is our score, and here's her serve. Nice serve, dug up by Ortega in the back. Set in the middle, big swing, and it's blocked but out of bounds. Hattie and Demery were up for the block, but it goes to the right side and out of bounds. So it'll be 2-1 as the libero checks out on the other side. Coming in, I missed who came in. I think it was number 4, Henry. And back to serve is number 7, and that is Carpenter. She is the 5'11" young lady. Her serve is over. Padilla digs it up to Miller, and then a tip over, and there's another kill for Hattie Harrison. So she tips it right around to the left side. She's on the left side right now. Now they're going to rotate as Evans will come in. Howard will get a break, and Brooklyn will go back to serve for the Bulldogs. And she's been moving back and forth the last couple of days. We'll see where she starts. Kind of right middle. Here's her serve. Nice serve. Dug up in the back row backwards. They're just going to try to get this over. Blocked at the net. They continue on their side, and that is out. Bulldog point is number 2, Steele. Tried to go cross court, and it was too long, so Bulldogs take the 3-2 lead. Coach Williams asking the official something. Well, wait a minute. It's our ball. Wait a minute. What just happened here? So they must have called a tip. I missed it. As checking in is number 13. That's Hazen, and back to serve is number 10, McGork. Her serve goes over. Harvey, Miller, back set. Hattie Harrison on the tip. She tried to tip it, and it was blocked, and right back down on her by Avery Steele. So point goes to the Huskies. 4-2 they lead. Again, McGork back to serve, and that hits the net. Boy, jumping and getting to it was Evans. She's going to just get it over the net, so a free ball as they set up and coming in for the shot and a kill. Number 2, steal off the block, Hattie, but it goes down to her right. And so 5-2 now goes the score with the Huskies leading. Again, number 10 back to serve. That's McGork. And her serve. Up to Miller, cross court. Big swing. They dig it up in the back. That was Padilla. On the left side, big swing. Dug up by Harvey. Hattie chases it down. Padilla's just going to tip it over the block. They're going to get it up in the air. And then they just tip it over. Miller goes up. And then it's going to be to Padilla. Padilla's going to be, nope, they're going to chase that down. They get to it, and then it falls. Bulldog point. That's a good job there by the Huskies. They chased that block and got to it, but it was too far up on the net, and they couldn't get it over. Carmen Harvey takes a seat. Whitmire checks in, and Hattie Harrison, she's going to be slightly left of center. Yesterday she made that short shift. And here comes her serve. 3 serving 5. Nice dig back there. They're going to get it up. Big swing and a kill, but somebody was in the net. So Bulldog point. And they didn't know it either. The same thing happened a minute ago to the Bulldogs. I didn't know it, but they called somebody in the net, and they're asking the official. But point Artesia, 4 serving 5. Bulldogs down by 1. Huskies were fully celebrating, but they'd blown the whistle and pointed to Artesia. All right, Hattie once again with the serve. 5-4, Bulldogs down by 1. Here's the serve. Nice serve. It eats them up, but they get to it. Just going to be straight up. Should be, well, they're going to get it over. Oh, and then the Bulldogs can't. So a kill again for number 2, Steele. As it goes off of Hattie sideways. Checking in for Artesia is Brecken Miller. And Hattie Harrison takes a seat. No, I'm sorry, Tovar is in. Carmen Harvey also in. Here's the serve. Harvey, Miller, cross set. There's a push down. They're going to dig that up, and then it's going to be too long. Oh, no, they tipped it. So getting the kill was Miller, Kirkland Miller on the right side as they did hit a tip. Tovar will take a seat, Kraft back in. On the other side, number 2, Steele takes a seat. Coming in is number 6, Macias. And back to serve will be Kirkland Miller from the far right side as the ball comes onto the court. Jenna shoots it out to the other court. Here's the serve, goes to the left side, cross court. They dig it up. Back set. It's going to be blocked at the net. Bulldogs dig it up out of the net. Right at the net, it's going to be Bulldogs with the win. Boy, they were right on the net, back and forth. Whitmire wins that battle, and that's a point Artesia, and that ties it up 6-6. All right, so again, Miller back to serve from the far right side. She's going to go middle this time. They get it straight up in the air. Go to the right side. Big swing, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. So Whitmire got up, but blocked it back on their side of the court to the right and out of bounds. So 7-6 now as their libero, number 9, Ryder, checks into the ball game. Number 12, Bolden takes a seat, and Ryder back to serve from the right side. And that goes to Padilla. Miller just tipped it over by, and they're going to call, they call Whitmire into the net, I guess. And number 13 for Hope Christian goes down. Looks like she has her ankles heavily wrapped, but she is on the floor. Coach out talking to her. So they did call that in the net on Whitmire, and that's their point. It's 8-6, Huskies. Next door to us, it's close. St. Pius and Silver, 9-8. And there is going to be, let me see if I can figure out who's winning after this point. St. Pius digs it up on the back row in the middle. Big set, big kill. So who got the point? So St. Pius is leading Silver 10-8 in that game, the other semifinal game, and they're still working on the young lady on the court on our game. So Pius 10-8 over Silver, 8-6 Huskies over Bulldogs here on court number 4. As once again they're still working on number 13, and that is Addison Hazen, who had come in a moment ago. And now some staff is coming over, looks like from the NMAA, coming to talk to her, see if she is okay. She is up on her own right now and putting weight on that left leg. I think it was her ankle, the way she was holding her leg, her ankle, but and I guess you don't have to leave. She's staying in. Seems like in every other sport, if you go down, you got to leave for at least one play, but not in volleyball, it appears. So she'll stay in. Back to serve will be number 9. That's Ryder. Well, wait a minute. It's number 3, Chrismore. No, it's number 9. Boy, it's hard to tell. Cross court. Kraft will hit. Oh, she hits it into the net. So the pass from Padilla was kind of straight up. Miller chased it down and got it up to the left side, and Kraft goes up, tried to just soft touch it over, hit it straight into the net. So point to the Huskies, 9-6. And again, number 9 back to serve. That's Ryder. She goes to Padilla, and then it's up on the net, dug up there by Miller. Bulldogs are just going to get this over. Evans, Ryder up front, number 13, and now they're going to come across and just get it over. Miller with the save, and then tossing it back to the corner. Nice job by Padilla, as she saw them really pulled up, and on the second shot, she just went it over and tossed it over the top of them. Point Artesia, 7-9. Bulldogs down by 2 as Howard checks in for Evans. And so back to serve will be Kaylee Padilla from the middle. Here's her jump serve. Dug up in the back row, and they're not going to get to it. That's an ace. Number 6 got it straight up in the air, and nobody was able to get there. So the Bulldogs back within 1. It's 9-8 Huskies here in set number 1. 13-9 St. Pius across next to us. 2 semifinal matches taking place right here in front of me. Padilla, she hits it into the net. Boy, the unforced errors, that's where the Bulldogs need to stay away from them, and they haven't had too many in this weekend's tournament here in the state championships. Checking out is 13, checking in is 4. That's Henry, and she'll go back to serve. 13 is Hazen, and she takes a seat. She's the one that went down with the injury and then stayed in. All right, so Lacey Henry back to serve from the middle, and it's going to float over to Harvey, up to Miller. She back sets Kraft, and it's kill for Ashton Kraft as she goes slide step to the right, hits it into the block. Number 7 was up for the block. Carpenter, the 5'11", that goes off her hand and out. So Bulldog point, and they are within 1. 10-9. Bulldogs down by 1. Harvey back to serve. As Whitmire checked out, Harrison back in. Here's the jump serve. That's dug up in the back row. Set in the middle. Big swing, and there's a big block. Hattie Harrison. And that was their big number 7, Trinity Carpenter, the 5'11" young lady. She went for a big swing, and Hattie went nose to nose with her, blocked it right back down in her face. Point Artesia, 10-10. Harvey's going to move over to the left side now to serve. Left middle. That just tips over. They dive and get it. They'll set it up. Again, Carpenter, and then the Bulldogs dig it up. Padilla tips it over. Now they're going to be in their system. Big swing, blocked at the net again by Hattie Harrison. Woo! Point Artesia, and they take the lead 11-10. Carmen this time going to go right middle. She went left her last serve. Now she's going more right. So she's moving her serve around from where she's serving from. Far right corner. She goes back row. They're going to dig it up. The libero gets it up into there. They're going to have to hit it on the left side. Dug up by Padilla. Miller, good pass. Miller to the left side. Big swing. And that is, they're going to chase it down. Wow, free ball Artesia. Again, Padilla, Miller in the middle. Hattie Harrison's going to tip it to the left. They're going to dig it up again. The libero, now they get it over. Another free ball for Artesia. Howard with the big swing. They dig it up in the back row, Ryder. They're going to shove it over. Chasing it down is Padilla. Miller sets it up. Put it over, and they're going to call a double hit. Man, Miller had to chase that. They called the double hit. So point goes to the Huskies as checking in is 1 and 2, and that's Ortega and Steele. Ortega will go back to serve. It's all tied up, 11-11 here in the first set. 17-10, St. Pius leading silver in their first set. They get it over. Padilla to Miller. Miller had to chase it down a little bit. Nobody there. We're just going to get it over. Free ball, and they're going to go up and tip it over. Howard to Miller in the middle, and then tipping it over was Artesia's Harrison, and they tip it back. Now they're going to have it on the left side. Just a free ball for Artesia. Carmen up to Miller. Miller, she goes over. They're going to fight for it and get it back over. Another free ball Artesia. Carmen, back set. Kraft hits it over. They're going to dig it up on that back row. It's going to be another free ball for Artesia. Padilla up to Miller. Miller right in the middle. Harrison, big kill. Woo! She smashed it down between their two bigs. Hattie Harrison, boy, they got in system. Great pass from the back row from Padilla to Miller. Miller sets it up right in the middle, and Hattie Harrison slams it home. 12-11, Bulldogs by 1. Here's the serve by Kraft. Nice serve, dug up in the back row. by Ortega. They're going to set it up on the left side. Blocked at the net. Hattie Harrison. That's her third or fourth block, and the Bulldogs go up by 2, 13-11. 19-11 on the other floor. Now 20-11. St. Pius with the 9-point lead. Bulldogs by 2 here, 13-11, and Kraft will go from that right side. Here's her jump serve. Dug up back there by Henry. Down the middle, big swing, blocked by the Bulldogs. And they're going to say they got into the net. Point Artesia. Again, Hattie with the block. Man, she is going up. She is playing big. The senior, one of the three senior leaders for the Artesia Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs now lead 14-11. Kraft in the middle, goes to the right side. Here's her jump serve. And that's going to be long. She just got on top of that thing. Didn't get on top of it, and it floated about 20 feet long, too far. She'll check out. Tovar will check in. On the other side, number 12 checks in. That is Bolden. And back to serve will be number 7, Carpenter, the tall young lady, the 5'11". She goes from the right side. And it rolls over the net. Digging it out was the Bulldogs. And then Hattie with too far of a shot. She just didn't get on top of it as Miller got that dug up. But Hattie unable to stay on top of it. So 14-13 Artesia, as once again Carpenter will serve from the far right side. She doesn't even come forward. She's way back there, and she hits it from way back there. Just takes one step and hits it. Miller is going to set it up to Padilla behind the 10-foot line. That's dug up by Carpenter right up on the net. Bulldogs get it over. Harrison going to be a free ball. They're going to set it up, and the slam down is dug up by Tovar. Again, the Bulldogs get it up in the air. Now it's going to be left-handed shot. They dig it up on the other side. That was Howard with the left-handed shot. It's going to be a free ball Artesia as Padilla to Miller, middle, Hattie Harrison, and that's going to be, they dig it up. I cannot believe it. And then they hit it into the net. It was going to be a free ball Artesia, but number 2 hits it into the net, steal. So the Bulldogs get the point. What a volley. I tell you what, Hope is really good. They're getting to things that the Artesia Bulldogs normally are getting the kills, but Artesia goes back up by 2, 15-13. And Howard gets a break. Evans back in, and here's her serve. Right back at the libero. They dig it up. It's going to go to the right side. Big swing. Dug up by Harvey. Miller back. She just hits it over. Dug up back there by the libero. Back set. And then it's going to be Tovar. It goes backwards off of her on the back row right side. So the cross-court kill there for number 10, McGork, and she'll go back to serve. Checking back into the ball game was number 13, Hazen. And McGork back to serve, down by 1, 15-14 Bulldogs. Harvey to Miller. Miller cross-court. Padilla, big swing. They gig it up on the back road, chasing it down. This is going to be a free ball. Nope, they're not even going to get it over. Boy, great kill there. Well, it doesn't go down as a kill because they got it 2 more times, but it's a point Artesia. Whitmire checks in. Harvey will take a break. And Hattie Harrison will go back to serve. And let's see, they call a timeout. So our score 16-14 is on the other court. It's 24-14 St. Pius. We're here on our court 16-14 with the lead, and I'm going to take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
All right, we're back here on KEND and KSVPTV.com. Hattie Harrison will serve from the middle left, leading 16-14 here in set number 1. Pius 1 on their court. Serve is dug up in the back. Chasing it down was number 13. They're just going to bump it over. Bulldogs get it up in the air, and there's a swing by Padilla. Again, they'll chase it down, go from the left side. And it goes off of Evans to the right. Out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Harvey will check back in. Harrison will get a break, and back to serve will be number 2. And checking in for them will be number 3, Chris Moore. So Steele will go back to serve from the middle, down by 1, 16-15 Artesia. It's going to be Evans to Miller, back set, slide step, and there's a kill. Cross-court kill on the slide step to her right, and that was Padilla. Kraft will check back in. Tovar will get a break. On the other side, checking in will be number 6, Macias. And back to serve will be for the Bulldogs is Miller. Nice floater over. They dig it up on the back row. Hazen chases it down. Big swing, blocked at the net. They're going to hit it up again. Hazen, and then the libero has to chase it down, and they're just going to get this over for the Bulldogs. Kraft to Miller. She'll set it sideways, and they're going to call a double hit. Boy, that first pass is killer because if she has to chase that far, a lot of times that's what will happen. There'll be a double hit. So it'll go back, and back to serve will be number 9, Ryder. She is their libero. Down by 1, 17-16. Bulldogs lead here in set number 1. Here's the swing. Dug up barely, and then just going to get it back set. Big swing. They tip it at the net. Hazen to Ryder, and then over to the right side. Big swing again, blocked at the net, and the Bulldogs win. And there is Whitmire with the block. Point Bulldogs, 18-16. Checking back in for Evans will be Howard. Back to serve will be Padilla. 2-point lead for Artesia. Silver down 1-0 as they're getting ready to start their second set. 18-16 here in our semifinal match. Here's a serve from the middle, and that's too long. Boy, those are hurtful. All right, so checking in for Hazen is number 4. That's Henry, and I think she's going back to serve. She is. So Hazen has been playing their setter, but she swaps out, so somebody else will be setting when she goes out. 18-17, Bulldogs by 1. And here's the serve. Digging it up, Padilla. Miller, cross set. Whitmire, she'll slam it down. She goes cross court into the corner. Point Artesia. 19-17 as Hattie Harrison will check back in for Whitmire. Back to serve will be Carmen Harvey. And Harvey on that right side. Her serve dug up in that back row. Left side, number 3 with the big kill. Boy, she did a good job. That was Chrismore. Slammed it down the right side there, and there's something on the court. Coach Llewellyn goes out and gets it. She was pointing. I didn't know what she was pointing at, but 2 come in for them. It's 1 and 2. And Ortega, number 1, will go back to serve. 2, Steele comes in. 19-18 Artesia, and here is Ortega. Harvey to Miller, cross set to Hattie Harrison, big swing. They're going to dig it up on the back row. Just going to be a free ball up from Carmen right into the middle and tipping it down. They dig that up was Harrison. Big swing, and there's another great dig back there. Backside, and Kraft hits it into the net. So that ties it up, 19-19. And back again to serve once again from the right side is Ortega. Here's the serve. Going to go to the left. Padilla, Miller. Miller to Harrison on the left side. She just tips it over, and that's a point Artesia. So that should count, and it does. 20-19 Artesia. Ball rolled in. They better not overturn this. Our ball had already hit, and the ball rolled in. Coach Williams out. Their coach out asking. They overturn it. That ball was in late. Bulldogs boo, Bulldog fans booing, and they rightfully so. So it remains 19-19, and there's a do-over. They'd already called it. Oh well. So number 1 will get another chance here, Ortega. Here's her serve. It'll be Padilla up to Miller. Miller's going to do it again to Harrison. Harrison with a big swing. They dig it up on the left side. They're going to Bulldogs, and they're in the net. So Bulldogs are actually, they called hit it twice. So point Artesia, 20-19 as Kraft will go back to serve. Again, she'll start in the middle and then fade over to the right on her jump serve. 20-19. Pius leading in set 2, 4-1. Here's the serve. Nice serve. Dug up barely, straight up. On the left side, the swing, and boy, the Bulldogs are going to have to run. So Padilla stuck her hand out. I think that Harvey would have had it, but she got her left hand out and it went straight backwards off of her. Tovar checks in for Kraft on the other side. Somebody came in, I'm not sure. Back to serve is number 7, Carpenter, the tall girl. She'll get it over. And that's an ace. Harvey couldn't get to it. Looked like she wasn't ready, actually, and it's going to be 21-20. Coach Williams calls a timeout. So we'll take one as well. Stay right here, Bulldog Volleyball.
Attention, Roswell and surrounding areas. Roswell Ford knows recovering from an unexpected natural disaster is stressful, and our hearts go out to everyone who experienced loss due to the flooding. The damage left behind is devastating, but we're already seeing what it means to be Roswell strong, and we acknowledge and appreciate the heroic efforts of local authorities, first responders, and National Guard rescue teams. We've already received and continue to receive special shipments of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles available for immediate delivery during our massive Super Tent Sale. It's at our temporary location on West 2nd Street between Toyota and Allsup's. These new and pre-owned vehicles without flood damage are being offered to the public at unprecedented savings. We've instructed our staff to take any car in any condition. In fact, even if it doesn't run, we'll come get it and give you a generous allowance toward a new Ford or high-quality pre-owned vehicle. And we'll work with you.
All right, we're back here as they serve over to Harvey, up to Miller. Miller cross set to Killer. Hattie Harrison slams it down the line on the left side. Point Artesian, that knocks it back up, 21-21. It's 8-2 on the other court. St. Pius with the lead. Evans checks in. Howard takes a break. Evans will go back and serve this time from middle right with a 21-21 tied score. Dug up in the back row. They'll chase it down, and then they're going to have to come to it. And that's a Point Artesia. Bad pass. Number 10 couldn't get there. McGork. And so Artesia with the 1-point lead again, 22-21. Evans right middle. Here's the set. Here's the serve, and that's long. Boy, doggone it. We've had about 6 of those. So you cut those down, Bulldogs, and that'll be their goal in the next sets, is not to hit those long ones. We probably would have already won. But another long serve, so point them. 22-22 as Hazen checks back in. The serve is over the net, and it's an ace. Harvey couldn't get it. She kind of fell forward, and ace for number 10. That's McGork. 23-22 Huskies. Here's the serve. Harvey. Miller in the middle. Big swing. Tipped it at the net. That was Harrison. They're going to get it up in the air. On the left side, blocked at the net. They'll dig it up again. Hazen again over to the left side. This time a tip over. Harrison gets it up into the air. And then Evans over to the left side. Big swing. They dig it up on the back row. Chasing it down. They're not going to get there. That's a kill for Kaylee Padilla, and that ties it back up, 23-23. As checking into the ballgame for the Bulldogs is Whitmire. Harvey will get a break, and that'll put Hattie Harrison back left middle. More middle, but she has shifted a little bit left since yesterday. Here's her serve. Nice serve, dug up on the back row. Hazen will get it over to the left side. Big swing, Hattie Harrison. Just going to tip it over. They're going to dig it up, another tip over, and there's a point, and that is Whitmire with the kill on the tip over. There was 1, 2, 3 tip overs. Them first, or us first, then them, and then Whitmire with the kill, and the Bulldogs take the 24-23 lead. Set point, Hattie Harrison back to serve, and the Bulldogs fans on their feet. Here's the serve. Dug up in the back row. They're going to chase that down. Slide step. It's going to be a free ball. They're going to dig it up again in the back row. Hazen goes over to the left side. It's going to be back to Evans. Nice pass to Miller. She tips it over. Hazen will back set it. Big swing. Blocked at the net. Artesia wins set number 1, 25-23 in a battle. Wow. All right, we're going to take a break here. 1-0 Artesia. On the next net over there, 12-4 in the second set. St. Pius with the big lead. They've already won one. We'll be back after this timeout.
The Apostle Paul wrote, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for man, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ that you're serving." To support ourselves and our families, we all have to work, some in the home, some out of the home. In our work, God calls us to always give our best and to be our best. Ultimately, God is the one who we answer to. Good or bad, inspiring or tedious, hard or easy, no matter where we find ourselves in our jobs, God has blessed us with our work. He's blessed us with a way to support our family, to give back to Him, and to encourage those around us. As you begin your day of work, pray for guidance and wisdom, strength and discernment. Pray for opportunities to be a light to those around you. Ask for the integrity to resist the temptation to take shortcuts or to waste time. Be a peacemaker, an encourager, and most importantly, be a leader.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, we're coming out of the break here. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs win set number 1, 25-23 in a back-and-forth ball game. If you were watching or if you didn't know, the Artesia Bulldogs in Artesia are winning 45-7 over the Wildcats in the third quarter with 8:09 to go in the said quarter. The Bulldogs just scored again. But here, Artesia getting ready to start set number 2. As they're doing the rotations, Harvey about to check in. So it'll be Harrison, Howard, Yates, Miller, Padilla, and Harvey, as she's still waiting to get to check in. The other side, number 9 will check in. Their libero. She'll come in for number 12. That's Ryder for Bolden. And on Artesia's side, once the official comes around to our side, it'll be Harvey checking in. Official checking everybody. So the Bulldogs winning big in Artesia's. Whitmire and Harvey will do the high 5 jump. 45-7 at Bulldog Bowl, world famous Bulldog Bowl. Here's the serve, dug up by Padilla. Miller just going to tip it. Oh, and it falls back on our side. She tried to just tip it over, but it hit the top of the net and rolled, so point for the Huskies. The pass was kind of up on the net, and she just tried to get it with the right hand to go up and over, and it hit the white, and it kind of rolled down the line and then back onto our side. Nobody could get there. Here's the serve, leading 1-0. Padilla to Miller, cross set to Harrison on the left side. Oh, and she launches it. I'm not sure what happened there. She hit that almost into the stands over there. That thing was a rise ball. All right, 2-0. Back to serve again is Henry. And her jump serve. It hits the net. Padilla with a great save. Back set. Tessa Yates with a tip over. They dig it. Can they get to it? They cannot. Kill Tessa Yates. 2-1. Bulldogs down by 1. Back to serve will be Tessa. She starts in the middle and then goes right. Very similar to what we see Kraft do. Tessa with a nice jump serve upcoming, and here it comes. Dug up in the back row. They'll tip it in the middle. The big girl takes a swing, and it is in. So a kill for number 7, Carpenter. 3-1, as Tovar will check in for Yates. On the other side, Ortega checks in for Chrismore, and Ortega will go back to serve, leading 3-1. Ortega serve from the right, dug up by Padilla, and it's up on the net, and they're going to hit it over. They're just going to get this over. So, well, no, they're going to say they double hit. So, double hit as Evans will check in for Howard. Evans will go back to serve. Bulldogs down by 1, 3-2. 17-8, Pius in set number 2 against Silver. They lead 1-0 and big here in the second set. Evans from the right middle. Here's her serve. Good serve. They're going to get it up. Just be a free ball for Artesia. Harvey to Miller. Big swing at the net, and that's a kill on the left side. Kaylee Padilla. They tried to block it, but she hits it through and down their block. So Bulldog point, and that ties it up 3-3. Here's Evans, and she launches it. So another unforced error on the Bulldogs. That's a point for Huskies as number 12 checks in for the libero Ryder, and that's Bolden that checked in. Back to serve will be Carpenter, leading 4-3. Her serve, Harvey. Miller chases it down from behind the 10-foot line. And there's a kill, boy! It looked like they were just standing flat-footed, and Padilla just hits it on the back row back there for a kill from behind the 10-foot line. Harvey checks out, Whitmire checks in, and Hattie Hattie Harrison back to serve. Easy for me to say, right? Here's the serve from Hattie. Dug up on that back row. They'll tip it up into the air, and there's going to be a block at the net, but it comes down between Padilla and Whitmire. So point for them. 5-4 they lead as Harvey checks back in. Harrison will get a break. On the other side, number 4 checks out. That's Henry. Number 11, Snyder checks in. Sater. Here's the serve. Padilla up to Miller. Miller in the middle. She back sets it to Padilla. Padilla swings. They dig it up on the back row. Set on the left side. Big swing, and that's a kill for number 2, Steele. So they take a 2-point lead. 6-4 is our score. Again, back to serve is McGork. She'll get it over. Oh, but the ball came off, so they're going to stop. Evans had already got that up to Miller, but they stopped play as the ball rolled in. So do-over. Number 10, McGork, back to serve. Harvey, Miller on the right side. She's just going to get it over. She was kind of buried in the corner. They'll get it up in the air. Big swing, and nobody there. A kill for number 2, Steele, right in the middle of the court. And really, I said big swing, but she ended up kind of just soft rolling it, but nobody there for the Bulldogs. So 7-4, 3-point lead as McGork from the middle will serve again. 3-point lead for the Huskies, that is. So you're going to go back. Carmen, Miller, left side, and then Whitmire hits it straight into the net. She got up, but came down and hit it straight into the net. So point for the Huskies, and they've now doubled the Bulldogs up. 8-4 is our score. McGork with the serve. Harvey to Miller. Miller cross court to Whitmire. She hits it to the back row. They dig it up. There's going to be a little sidestep. Brecken Miller, who had checked in, to Miller. And then a kill for Padilla on the left side. So Brecken gets it up in the air. And her sister gets a nice cross court pass to Padilla. And she slams it straight down the line on the left side. Checking in for the Bulldogs is Yates. Back to serve, Kirkland Miller. Brecken gets a break. They're going to dig that up. Should be a free ball. Nope, they're going to slide to it. Evans to Miller, cross court to Padilla. She's going to slam it down. They dig it up. Ryder up front. Swing. It's tipped at the net. Harvey dives for it. Back set to Yates. Her serve. Did they get it up? They did. They're just going to push it over. Harvey, Miller, cross court, Padilla. She's going to tip it over. They'll get it up into the air. They're going to have another chance at it. Be a free ball for the Bulldogs. Evans to Miller, over to Whitmire. She rolls shot. They dig it up. Number 11 will put it across court. Big swing, and that's out. Bulldog point. Boy, I tell you what, Hope Christian Huskies really scrambled multiple times there. Finally, the Bulldogs get the point. They just kept going their game. So back to serve again. Kirkland Miller down 6-8, and it's going to roll. There's an ace. Boy, it hits that top of the net and rolls. Just almost impossible to get to. Sometimes a team will get there, but that time number 1, Ortega, couldn't. So the Bulldogs down by 1, 8-7. Nice serve. Ortega digs it up. Pass over to the right side. Big swing, and that's out. Oh, she said it was in. Oh, it looked long, but pointed straight down in. So point Huskies. They now lead 9-7. As checking into the ballgame for Ortega is number 3, Chris Moore. And back to serve is Steele from the left side. Floats it over. Harvey to Miller. Miller sets it up there, and there's a swing, and that's going to go backwards. Can they get to it? They do. So they're going to free ball it over to the Bulldogs. Yates right in the middle to, the Bulldogs can't get it over. Couldn't tell what happened there. Whitmire was in the middle, but the pass just fell down in front of her. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. 10-7. Here's the serve. Harvey, Miller, cross court. Yates with the swing. They block it. Now it's going to get over by Miller. They dig it up on that back row. Big swing here for number 2, and there's a kill. Actually, that's Chris Moore, number 3. She's a 5'10". So they have a 5'10 and a 5'11", and they now lead by 4, 11-7 here in set number 2. It's 24-11 in set 2 on the other court. Big lead there for them. Miller back set. She rubs her face, and the Coach Williams is going to take a timeout. I don't know if that was an attempt to get it over on the back or if she just misplaced the pass, but in either case, it is going to be a point for them, 12-7, and Coach Williams takes a timeout. We'll take one as well. Stay right here.
In times of need, it's important to know someone's got your back. Tape Ranch Auto Group is here to support our community in Chavez County as we recover from the recent flooding. To help ease the burden, we are offering $1,000 in relief recovery cash for those impacted by the storm. Use this $1,000 towards the purchase of a new or pre-owned vehicle as a boost to your trade-in value to help cover your insurance deductible, or even receive a check directly after purchasing a vehicle. And if you can't get your vehicle to us, don't worry, we're here to help. We can arrange to have it picked up and brought directly to our dealership. We know recovery takes time, and we're committed to standing by your side every step of the way. Let Tape Ranch Auto Group help you get back on the road and back on your feet, because together we're stronger.
All right, so the score next to us is 25. It's 2-0 as the Bulldogs back into action here, and there's going to be a put down by number 12, Bolden. So a point goes to the Huskies. They now lead 13-7. The magic timeout didn't work. Steele back to serve. Goes over. Harvey, Miller, cross court, left-handed shot. They dig it up. They're just going to get it over. They're going to call a lift on Whitmire with that left hand. Point to the Huskies. They've doubled us up again. It's 14-7. So St. Pius now leads 2-0 over Silver City. They're going into their third set. Here's the serve from Steele. Harvey up to Miller. Miller back set. Padilla with the big swing. It hits the net. Well, they blocked it. It's still going. No, they hit the net. I was wondering why we were still playing. Coach Williams out to talk about it, but point Huskies 15-7 now the lead. So Bulldogs need to stop the bleeding right here and make a bold comeback. Harvey, Miller, cross court. Yates with the swing and a kill. Tessa Yates on the left side. Bulldogs needed that. It's now 8-15. Bulldogs down by 7 as Howard will check in for Evans and Padilla will go back to serve. Bulldogs lead here 1-0 in sets, but down here in set number 2 by 7, 15-8. Padilla with her jump serve. Back row dug up. They get it right up on the net. Bulldogs are there and they win it. That was Whitmire and Howard, and so it was up on the net. Not quite the normal happy birthday, but they win the push there. So the Bulldogs back within 6, 15-9. Bulldogs down. Here's the swing by Padilla. They dig it up on the back row. Number 11 goes cross court. Big swing. It's tipped at the net. Padilla digs it up. Miller cross court, and it's going to be on the net, and Bulldogs can't get to it. So the pass there from Miller was just up on the net. Happy birthday to number 12, Bolden. And now she'll take a seat. Coming in for her is number 7, Carpenter. And back to serve is the libero, Ryder. 16-9, Huskies here in set number 2. And Ryder from the right side. Here's her jump serve. Padilla, Miller chases it down. She's going to back set it. Big swing into the net for Whitmire. Unable to get it over the net. They were up for the block, but she hit it straight into the net. 17-9, Huskies. And again, Steele back to serve, or Ryder back to serve. Right side jump serve. Padilla kind of straight up. She gets it to Miller. Miller on the left side, having to just go left-handed was the Bulldogs. And then it tipped over by Miller. Now they tip it back. Padilla, we get into our system here. Cross court. Big swing by Howard, and it's going to be a kill for Demery Howard on the left side as the Bulldogs got back into system right there. Whitmire takes a break. Harrison comes back in, and going back to serve down 17-10 will be Carmen Harvey. Set number 2. Here's Harvey serve. Nice serve. That's an ace. Number 6 couldn't get it. Macias. Harvey said, I'll give you a taste of your own business. They got her a while ago on that kind of a drop ball that she couldn't get to. And now she hits it back, and Macias does the same thing. Tries to get it, but it just dove on the fantastic serve. 17-11, 6-point lead for the Huskies. Here's the serve from Harvey. Floats it over to the left side. They dig it up. Right in the middle, the big girls blocked at the net. Hattie Harrison with another big block. 12-17, Artesia down by 5. I don't think she's used to getting blocked that much. She's got Hattie by a couple 3 inches. She checks out. Checked in for her, I think, was I'm not sure. I think number 3. There's another serve. They do get it up into the air. Going to set it. That's a double hit. Should have been. It goes off of the back row for the Bulldogs, but then getting it up, Howard's just going to get it over, so they'll have a free ball here. They chase it down. Now this is going to be a free ball for the Bulldogs. Padilla up to Miller. Quick set. Howard on the left side with the kill. Demery Howard Bulldogs within 4, 17-13, as continuing to serve will be Harvey. And now they call a timeout. So I guess we'll take one as well. By the way, back at Bulldog Bowl, 45-7 with 8:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs look like they're going to move on. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Okay, both teams back out on the court. Artesia Carmen Harvey, after coming out of that timeout, let's see if she can stay hot. She moves over to the left middle this time instead of right middle. Here's her jump serve. Nice serve. Dug up in the back row by number 6. Set. Cross-court set. Big swing. Bulldogs aren't able to get there, so a kill for number 3, Jennifer Chrismore. She's the 5'10" young lady, and she goes down the left line. Snyder checks out. Coming in for her is number 4, Henry. And she will go back to serve with an 18-13 lead here in set number 2. Henry starts off in the right middle. Here's her serve. Padilla chasing it down was the Bulldogs from behind the 10-foot line. And there's a kill. Wow, they didn't nobody back there. So Harvey gets the rare kill from behind the 10-foot line. Gets a big shove from Padilla. So Bulldogs point, 18-14, 4-point lead as Yates will serve from the right side. And her serve is a good one, knuckleball. They just get it up into the air, and they're going to call, whoa, wait, what? We were out of rotation? I don't know what just happened. I missed it. Point to them as Brecken Miller checks in. On the other side, checking in is Ortega. She'll go back to serve. Also checking in is number 2, Steele. Oh, actually, she was already in there. 6 checks out. Macias. Here's the serve. Brecken. And then just backing up with the shot was Harrison. Pass was a little bit long. Big swing, and there's a kill for number 2, Avery Steele, the 5'9" freshman. And they get to 20 first. It's 20-14 as Ortega back to serve again. She's a sophomore, Ortega. 6-point lead. Chasing it down was Miller. Back to, and there's a kill from behind the 10-foot line. That was Padilla. So Padilla's pass drew Miller all the way back to the 10-foot line. It was kind of just straight up, but Miller got to it, put it up in the air, and then Padilla slams it across, and that's a point as Evans checks in. Howard out. 15 serving 20. They dig it up Ryder, and then to the left side. Big swing. Dug up. Nice play. And then just tipping it over was Padilla diving for it. And then hitting it over. And that's going to be a kill for Hattie Harrison. Diving for it was Brecken Miller. She got it back up in the air. And Hattie hits it with her left hand to the right side and will go down as a kill. And the Bulldogs are within 4. 16 serving 20. Evans with the serve, dug up by Ryder, up onto the front line. They're going to just go to the left side, and there's it's not a kill. Diving for it was Evans, gets it over. They tap it over, and they're in the net. Point Artesia. 17 serving 20. Evans will go back to serve once again, and they're complaining to the official, the players on the floor, but to no avail. All right, so Evans ready to go from the right middle. There's her serve, and it's about 10 feet out. Doggone it, man. Checking in on the other side is number 12, and that is Bolden. Back to serve will be 7. That's Carpenter. She just takes a step and serves from about 15 feet back there. Harvey, Miller, cross court, Padilla. Kill, left side. Boy, if the Bulldogs can get their serves to do a little better here in this game, they're going to get this win. But right now they're down by 3 after that big kill. Whitmire checks in. Harvey takes a break, and Harrison back to serve. 18 serving 21, 3-point deficit for the Bulldogs. Here's the serve. Nice serve. Ryder digs it up back there. Set in the middle. Big swing, and that's a kill for number 12, Bolden. So right down in front of Harrison where the kill went. 22-18. Harrison takes a seat. Harvey back in. On the other side, have 2 checking in. As number 5, Wiles, will go back to serve, and number 11 checks in. That's Snyder. Wiles will go over to the far left side as the Bulldogs get ready. Down by 4, 22-18. And she hits it into the net. That's good. We needed it. 22-19. Tessie Yates will check in for Brecken Miller, and back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. 3:13 and counting going. It's the running clock in Artesia. 45-7, the Bulldogs lead. Here's the serve. Goes to the left side. Dug up back there by number 10. Number 11 chases it down to the left side. Dug up by Harvey. Miller, cross court. Padilla, it's blocked at the net, but goes down on their side. Point Artesia, and we're within 2, 22-20. Miller back to serve once again. Big kill there for Padilla. Miller gets it over. They're going to get it up into the air. 11 chases it down. Here's a big swing by Carpenter. Harvey with the great dive. It's going to go up to the front row. Just going to get it over is Whitmire. So free ball. Number 11, and on the left side, Carpenter again blocked at the net. They dig it up. They're going to get a free ball to Artesia. And so Yates, Miller, cross set to Padilla. Big kill. Did that hit somebody? Call it. Oh, they said that it didn't. Doggone it, I was waiting. I thought they got the tip, but it didn't. 23-20 as number 3 checks in, Chris Moore, and back to serve is Steele from the left side. Here's her serve. Back set from Miller. Big swing, and there's a kill for Padilla. Started off with in the back there by Carmen Harvey. Howard will check in. Evans will take a break. It's 23-21 on the other side. Number 6, Macias checks back in, and Steele gets a break. All right, Padilla looking to go on a run down by 2, 23-21. Here's her jump serve. That's in. Ace. They got out of the way of it, but it dove. 23-22. Bulldogs down by 1. So once again, Padilla back to serve. And her serve, right middle. And this time she hits it too long. 24-22, Bulldogs can't give up a point here, as checking back in is number 7, Carpenter. Number 12, Bolden takes a break, and the libero, Ryder, back to serve. Up by 2 and set point, 24-22. Here's her serve, and that's out. So 24-23, Bulldogs serve, as Hattie will check back in. Whitmire will get a break, and Carmen Harvey back to serve. 1 point down here. Cannot give them the point. We got to get it. Set point for them. Here's the serve. They dig it up on the back row. Right side, Carpenter's there. Bulldogs dig it up. Yates, Miller, Howard, and that's a kill for Demery Howard. It goes off the block. Carpenter goes right, so the Bulldogs tie it up, 24-24. And Carmen will go back to serve once again. Carmen will start off left middle, and now to the middle. Here's her jump serve. Nice serve, dug up in the back row. It's a hard pass. They got to go get it. It's going to be a free ball, Artesia, and that's out. Bulldogs take the lead, 25-24. They hit it too hard on the free ball. Padilla tracked it, and then let it go. Great job there. They call a timeout. Bulldogs lead 25-24. Set point for Artesia as they battle back here. And we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L-Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
So much of our lives are online today that it's hard to know if we're being scammed. Keep your online information secure with simple steps you can take today. To learn more, go to CISA at CISA.gov/secure our world.
106.5, Roswell's Talk.
All right,
FM.
set point for Artesia. She's starting off on the left
Facebook
middle,
and
now moves
Twitter.
to the middle. Carmen Harvey with the jump serve. Dug up back on the back row, set in the middle. Going to be on the net. Bulldogs win set number 2, 26-24, and they take the commanding lead 2-0 here in the semifinal game. Artesia with the win, and they just one set away from moving into the state championship right here on Artesia's very own KSVPTV.com. We're also on KEND. And in Artesia, the game is over. The Artesia Bulldogs advance in the playoffs. They'll move up to the semifinal round next week, 45-7 over the Lovington Wildcats. But here in Rio Rancho, our Lady Bulldogs have just they got hot at the right time, coming into the tournament as the 10 seed. They end up finishing third in our district, but they got in. And they get the 10 seed. But, wow, they have been just marching through their competition. They now lead here 2-0. On the court next to us, the other semifinal game, St. Pius leads 2-0. They're already deep into the third set. Pius leads 13-11 and now 14-11. So the Bulldogs, if they can get another win here in the next 3 games, they will advance, and it looks like they'll be playing the number 1 seed, St. Pius Sartans, and they are really good. I'm just going to tell you guys, I talked to Coach Williams about it yesterday. I talked to Coach Llewellyn about it yesterday, and they said they're good everywhere. They're good all the way around the horn. They play great defense. They play great offense, so it's going to be a tough match. But if the Bulldogs can get through this win here, taking on the number 5 seed Hope Christian, and right now they lead 2-0. If they can get through this win, then they'll be playing the number 1 seed St. Pius Sartans. So let's go back and look. The Bulldogs, the 10 seed, they defeat Valencia on Thursday in the 10 a.m. game, the 7 seed, 3-0, 25-18, 25-16, 25-18. Then they move to the 4 o'clock game, and they have to face the bye. Academy had the bye. They were the 2 seed, and Artesia wins again in 3, 25-22, 25-23, and 25-9 over the Chargers from Academy. That put them into yesterday afternoon's game against the 3 seed, Santa Teresa, and they win in 4. Santee gets the first one, 25-20, but then the Bulldogs win 25-21, 25-11, and 25-17 to get to this matchup here this afternoon. And so they played the 7, the 2, and the 3 seed, and now are playing the 5 seed and lead 2-0. But right now the Bulldogs need to, I've said it 2 days in a row, the Bulldogs need to put the proverbial foot on the pedal and smash it down. That's what they need to do, and that's what they're going to try to do. They just need to get done, and they'll be playing tonight at 6 p.m. if they can. If they can get it done, they'll be playing against what looks like it'll be St. Pius in the state championship game. Congratulations to our Bulldogs back in Artesia as they win 45-7 in advance. And now we'll wait next week's game. It'll probably, I think we're playing Mayfield. I don't know where that game will be. I can't remember. I don't think we've ever played them in the playoffs as Harvey checks in for Whitmire and we get our rotation going. So it'll be Harrison, Howard, Miller, Kraft, Padilla, and Harvey back to serve. This time, well, she's going to shift back over to the left middle. Started on the right middle and then shifted. They got a ball on the court, so they got to get rid of that. All right, so now they get to go ahead, and Harvey with the serve. Dug up in the back row by number 1, set in the middle. Carpenter will just tip it over. Howard, she shook her hand. Harvey would have got that, but she stuck her hand out and then got away from Harvey, and it'll go down as a kill as number 3 checks out on the other side, and checking in for her is number 1, Ortega. That was Chris Moore taking a seat. Ortega will go back to serve, leading 1-0. Here's the serve. Padilla too far over. Hattie digs it up. Now they're going to dig it up, and they'll set it up on the left side. Big swing, and it's going to be way long. So number 2 with a big swing. That was Steele, the 5'9" freshman, but it goes way out. So 1-1 tied up, and Kraft will serve for the Bulldogs. Ashton from the middle slides to the right with her jump serve, and here it is. Oh, and she just let it fall, so she gets the do-over. So here comes her serve. Nice serve, dug up by Ryder. On the left side, there's going to be a big swing. It's tipped at the net by Hattie, but it's going to fall in the middle of the court. Both Harvey and Padilla dove, couldn't get there, so point for them as Brecken Miller checks in for Kraft. On the other side, checking into the ball game was Bolden. And back to serve is Carpenter on that right side. Here's her serve, dug up by Carmen. Set. Hattie Harrison hits it into the net. So that's a point for the, who are we playing? The Huskies. You ever do that? Your brain freezes? That's what just happened. My brain froze. 3-1 Huskies. Carpenter back to serve. Should get it over. Brecken to Kirkland. Harrison, and that's a kill for Harrison. I think it would have been out, but back there in the back, Ortega stuck her right hand out. So a kill for Hattie. And back to serve will be Howard. So Howard stays in the ball game, and she'll serve. From the left side, here's her jump serve. Dug up in the back. They're just going to get it over from the back row, and that's out. Bulldog point, 3-3. Artesia ties it up. So instead of just trying to get it over, the libero tried to hit a hard shot from behind the 10-foot line and sailed on her. All right, here's Howard. Jump serve, and that's going to be way too long. Point, Hilltoppers, and now looks like Howard will take a seat. Coming in will be Evans. And number 10 will go back to serve on the other side. Number 11 checks in. That's Sayer. And back to serve will be McCork, leading 4-3. Here's her serve. Evans, Miller, right in the middle. Oh, and Hattie hit it into the net. Boy, Hattie's struggling a little bit on her kill shots. She's had several good kills, and then she's had 3 or 4 hit it right into the net. 5-3 Huskies. Here's McGort from the middle. Carmen to Miller, left side, Padilla. Kill, left side. Boy, she just slammed that one home once again, and that gets the Bulldogs back within 1, 5-4. Whitmire will check in. Harvey will take a break. And Hattie will go back on the left, right to serve. I say she's on the left side of the middle. Here's the serve. Nice serve. They dig it up back there, though. They're going to set it up on the left side. Just a tip over. Brecken gets to it. Kirkland cross set to Padilla. And there's a kill. She goes right down the line, right side. So cross court, not down the line, right down the net, really. And she gets the kill on the right side, cross court. Bulldogs tie it up 5-5. The other game is 22-16 in their third set, with St. Pius leading 2-0. Oh, into the net for Hattie. So point goes to the Huskies. Harvey checks back in. Hattie takes a break. Back to serve will be Avery Steele. She'll start off on the left, just left of the middle. Bulldogs defense ready. Here's the jump serve. Harvey up to Miller. Oh, it's up on the net. Miller gets it up into the air. They get it over, and then there's going to be a kill. It's blocked by Whitmire. They get it up in the air again. They go over to the left side. Blocked again by Whitmire. Up on the net, and Whitmire wins it. Can they get to it? They do. They dig it out over there, and then just getting it over. Good job by the Bulldogs is on the left side. Padilla with the kill down the line. Harvey had to chase that down in the back left. She gets it up. Miller with a nice little set over to the left, and Padilla slams it down the line. Bulldogs tied up 6-6. As Kraft will check in for Breckenmiller, and on the other side, Steele gets a break. Coming in for her is Macias, and we're all knotted up 6-6 here in set number 3. Kirkland on the right side. Here's her jump serve. Nice floater. Macias gets it up into the air, right on the net. They're going to tip it over. Miller up high. Oh, no. Evans, she's shaking her head no, yeah. Just hit it over to the left and out of bounds. That was just a straight-up ball. All she was trying to do was just get it up in the air for the Bulldogs to be able to get it over, but falls for them as it goes over the Bulldog bench. Here's Ryder. Her serve is over. Dug up by Carmen. Back set. Big swing. They dig it up. They block it. Kraft gets it, and then Miller again, and then it's going to be bumped over by, and that's going to go down as a kill, as it was just a roll shot for Kaylee, but they couldn't handle it. It goes into the net off of them, so point Artesian. That ties it back up. Howard back in for Evans. Back to serve will be Kaylee Padilla in the middle. 7-7, set 3. Bulldogs lead 2-0. It's 24-16 on the one next to us. They dig it up in the back row by Macias. Cross set it. Big swing, and it's going to be off the block, out of bounds. That was Steele once again. That was number 3, Chris Moore, the 5'10" junior with the kill. 8-7. Hope Christian. Back to serve is Henry. She'll start in the middle, and here's her jump serve. Harvey chasing it down was Miller, and then it's going to be a shot, but too far for Padilla. She was behind or close to the 10-foot line. And her shot, the pass, Miller really had to chase it, couldn't get a good set. All right, 9-7. Harvey up to Miller. Miller back set, slide step. Just a tip over. They get it up in the air. They're going to get it over. Free ball for Artesia. Harvey to Miller in the middle. Just going to tap it over for Whitmire. They're going to dig it up again. Another free ball for the Bulldogs. Padilla, Miller going to set it up in the middle. And then shoving it on the left with their left hand to the right side. Whitmire with the kill. Point Artesia. It'll be 8 serving 9. Harrison back in. Whitmire gets a break. Back to serve will be Harvey. Bulldogs just staying ferocious. They're playing great defense on the other side, getting to balls that they shouldn't be, but the Bulldogs just staying after them. Here's a serve from Harvey, down by 1. To the right side, they dig it up in the air. It's just going to be a free ball for the Bulldogs. Oh, it's way over. They hit it too long. Point Artesia, 9-9. Harvey back again to serve once more from the right side. St. Pius won, so they'll be in the state championship game. Back set, they're just going to get this over. Bulldogs, Padilla up to Miller. Miller back set, just going to tip it over, and they're going to dive and get to it, but there's Hattie Harrison up on the net. They're going to get it over again. Padilla, Miller, back set. Hattie, oh, she hits it over to their bench. Doggone it. Point goes back to the Huskies as they now lead 10-9. Checking in is 1 and 2. So Ortega, number 1, will go back to serve. Steele, the 5'9" freshman, checks in. Ortega will serve from that right side. And here's her jump serve. Carmen up to Miller, over to the left side. Big swing. They block it, but that's a kill. They got a tip, is what I should have said. Hattie Harrison with a big swing and a big kill. And so the Bulldogs tied up 10-10. We are in set number 3 here. Nice serve. Right up on the net. Hattie Harrison with the kill. She got the happy birthday. And the Bulldogs take the lead 11-10. A great serve there by Kraft. Here comes another serve. Leading 11-10. Her jump serve. Another great serve. Oh, they pancake it, but it's going to be a free ball for Artesia. Padilla to Miller. Quick set in the middle. Hattie Harrison with another kill. 12-10, Artesia. That all started with almost a pancake by Padilla. But she got it. Miller, perfect set. Little quick set in the middle. Harrison slams it home. Again with the serve, Ashton Kraft. Here's her slide to the right, jump serve. And it's too long, so it'll be a point for the Huskies as Breckenmiller will check in. Kraft will get a break, and back to serve will be Carpenter. Down by 1. 12-11 Artesia here in set number 3. And the serve. Harvey, back set, Miller. And that's not going to get over, so Howard. And I don't know what they're saying here. They said we got into the net, I guess. Okay, they're saying it was tipped. But I don't know what they're saying. Point goes to Huskies, 12-12. Carpenter will once again serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller is going to chase it a little bit, go to the left side to Harrison. She'll tip it over. They dig it up. Number 10 chases it down. It'll be a free ball. Ortega back to Brecken. To Miller, back set, slide step, tip over. They dig it up again. Ortega on the right side. Carpenter with the big swing, dug up, and that will get out. Boy, Harvey dove to her left. The ball went way up in the air, got over the net, but went out long. So 13-12 Huskies. Carpenter again back to serve with the 1-point lead. It's going to go over to Brecken, up to Kirkland, set to Hattie. Hattie just tips it over. They tip it, and there's no good. That's a kill for Hattie Harrison with the tip over. Bulldogs tied up 13-13. Evans checks in for Howard, and that'll put Brooklyn back to serve here. 13-13, and whoever wins this match will face St. Pius this evening at 6 in the state championship game. Right now the Bulldogs 2-0. Nice serve. They get it up on the back row. Big swing here for Carpenter. Tipped at the net. Brecken back to Kirkland. She's going to go left side, Padilla, and there's a big kill for Padilla. Bulldogs take the lead back, 14-13. Nice get there from Brecken to Kirkland, and then Kirkland the set over to the left side. Padilla with the big swing and the big kill. Brooklyn Evans back again for the serve, leading 14-13. Eats up the defense, but they get it up. Here's a big swing. Nice get there by, Harvey got to it, got it up in the air, but was right into the net. And Padilla tried to dig it out of it, but could not. So that'll put number 10, McGork, back to serve. 14-14 is our score here in set number 3. Harvey to Padilla, cross-sort to Padilla, and they tip it up. It's going to be a free ball, Artesia. Brecken, cross-court from Miller, and there's a swing. They're going to dig it up again, and this time, can they get it over? They do. So free ball for Artesia. Kirkland just tips it over. Again, it's free ball for them now. Big swing, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. So Harrison with the block, but number 2, Steele with the kill, and that takes it 15-14. 1 point lead for the Huskies as number 10, McGork, back to serve again. Harvey up to Miller, left side. Big swing, and that's a kill. Oh, wait a minute. They're saying somebody was out of order. So the rotation on the Bulldogs. And Coach Williams said, go back where you were at. Coach Williams arguing with the official. So let's see if they say a jump ball or if they're going to give the point. Coach Williams still arguing. I don't know what the call is yet. Haven't seen this in any of our games yet where they call us out of rotation. They hadn't done it in either team on either game that the Bulldogs have played this weekend. Coach Williams still arguing, but now that's going to go point for them. So they haven't given it to them yet. Yeah, they did. 16-14. Here's the serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller right in the middle. Hattie Harrison with the big kill. Yeah, let's show them. 15-16. Whitmire checks in. Harvey will take a break, and Hattie will go back to serve right here. Down by 1. 16-15. Hattie pounds the ball a couple of times. Here's the serve. It's in. Ace. Boy, they got out of the way of it. Hattie's hit it long a few times, but that time not so much luck for the Huskies. Hattie with the ace, and that ties it up 16-16. Ryder, the libero, just got out of the way of it, and it fell right inside the line. Here's Hattie's serve. She's going to float this one. They're going to get it up in the air. Quick set in the middle. Big swing, and that's a kill for number 12, Bolden. So that little floater didn't quite work. I mean, it was a great serve, but they got it up into their system. Harvey checks back in. Harrison will take a break on the other side. 2 and 3 check in. That's Steele and Chrismore. Steele back to serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller back set. Padilla with the tip. They're going to dig that up. They got to it on the right side. They're just going to get it over. Harvey again. Miller this time to the front side to Padilla. Blocked at the net. They tip it up in the air. Right side to Steele. Diving is Evans. Chasing it down is Brecken. And the Bulldogs will just get this over Evans. So a free ball right in the middle. Set. Big shot blocked by Whitmire, but they're going to get it again. Here's another push. Harvey up to, and they're going to call somebody in the net. Well, what just happened? Point Artesia. Well, wait a minute. Coach Williams is up, and I don't blame him. The Artesia fans up in arms. One ref, I guess, said she blew the whistle. The other was letting it play. Oh, my gosh. Coach Williams still arguing. I don't know exactly what the call was. Wow. So the point goes to the Huskies. I guess they called somebody in the net. I'm not sure. So back to serve will be Steele. 18-16 lead. Harvey, Miller, back set. Padilla blocked at the net. Dug up by Whitmire. Back. Miller gets it over. They dig it up in the back row. It'll be Steele with the big kill. Whitmire with the block, but it goes out of bounds. And so Coach Williams will call a timeout. It's 19-16 Huskies We'll take a timeout right now as well. Hear from Amigo Machinery.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Tell your friends and look for us on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, so it'll be number 2, Avery Steele back to serve, the 5'9" freshman from the left side. Bulldogs down by 3, 19-16 here in set number 3. Coach Williams still arguing over there, but now they'll go sit down. And I don't know what they just did. They said number 10. Here's the serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller cross set to kill shot. No, I can't believe they got to it. So hitting it over to the left side was Whitmire. They dove on the left side and got it over on our right side, and no Bulldog was there. Point goes to them. Here's the serve from Steele, 20-16. Harvey up to Miller. Cross set to Whitmire. Big swing, and there's a kill. Jenna with a nice, strong kill, goes off of Ryder and backwards. So the Bulldogs within 3. Kraft will check in for Brecken Miller. Back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. Kirkland on the right side. And here's her serve. Nice serve over to the left. Cassius gets it up. They're going to dig it up. There's a big swing, blocked at the net, and the Bulldogs can't handle it. It came down on our side, 21-17. It was Kraft and Whitmire there, but it came down between them and they couldn't get it back up in the air. So back to serve will be Ryder, and they now lead 21-17 here in set number 3. From the right side, Ryder serve. Carmen up to Miller, back set. Padilla, they tip it at the net, up into the air. Ryder bumps it to Steele. Her big swing blocked at the net, and that's a point Artesia. Whitmire with a good block. Kraft that time got it down on the right side. 18-21 as Howard will check in. Evans will take a break for the Bulldogs, and back to serve from the middle will be Padilla for Artesia, down by 3, 21-18. Padilla with the jump serve. To the right side, dug up by Steele. They're going to get it up. Just a bump over. Howard to Miller, back to Howard. There's a big swing, and there's a kill for Demery Howard. Cross court from the left side. 21-19, Bulldogs down by 2. Padilla back to serve from the middle. She goes through her pre-serve routine. Here's her jump serve. Back rope, nope. They get out of the way of it. It's long, so Cassius made the right decision as it sails a little bit long. 22-19 is our score. Back to serve will be Henry. Lacey Henry, number 4. She's going to serve from the middle. Here's her jump serve. And that's going to, it would have been out, but Howard gets it. Miller, cross set to Whitmire. They get it over. Miller back to Howard this time. And there's a kill for Demery. It'll be 21-22 as Whitmire checks out. Harrison checks in. Back to serve will be Carmen Harvey. Wait a minute, they gave the point to the wrong side. I think they did. The score's wrong. Well, it says 22-20. Here's the serve. They dig it up on the back row in the middle. Carpenter with a big swing, and there's a kill for the big number 7, Trinity Carpenter, and it's 23-20. I thought it was 21-20, but I was mistaken. As checking in is Ortega. Also checking in is Steele. And back to serve will be Ortega with a 23-20 lead, and Artesia takes a timeout. We'll go ahead and take one as well. Here from Roswell Honda. Stay right here. Bulldogs down 23-20, set number 3.
Happy Honda Days are here, and that means a great new ride just in time for the best deals of the year. Like 2.9% APR for 60 months or 3.9% for 72 months on Honda Passport, 3.9% for 60 and 4.9% for 72 on Honda Pilot and Accord, and 4.9% for 60 and 5.9% for 72 on Honda Odyssey, Civic, and Ridgeline. And with every purchase, Roswell Honda's hooking you up with a giant roasting pan along with gift cards for your holiday feast. Happy Honda Days on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Ortega again from the right side will serve, leading 23-20 are the Huskies here in set 3. Here's her serve. Floater out. The timeout worked for the Bulldogs. Kraft will go back to serve. 21 serving 23. 2-point deficit for Artesia. Ashton from the middle will slide right. Here's her jump serve. Nice serve. Dig it up Ortega. Chasing it down. They're going to go on the right side. Swing for kill. Dug up by Carmen. Miller cross set. There's Howard, and it hits the net. Wait, they say it was tipped. So the Bulldogs still going. Miller gets it over. They dig it up on the back row. Again, going to set up Steele. Her big swing, blocked at the net. Get it up in the air, and the Bulldogs will be a free ball. Get it over. Harvey. That's going to be a point. Artesia. Wow, they couldn't get to it. It was a free ball, but she just barely got it over, so it was short, and they dove for it. And so the Bulldogs get the point, and now the coach is up in arms over there with the official, and she's having to tell her to go back to her spot. She was saying it was in the net, and she said, no, they tipped it. So point Artesia, 22-23. Bulldogs down by 1. Kraft again will serve. Down by 1. Here, set number 3 is where we're at. Here's the serve. Oh, she hit it into the net. Doggone it. All right, so Brecken Miller will check in for Kraft. On the other side, number 12 checks in. That's Bolden. Back to serve will be Carpenter. So set point, 24-22. Harvey to Miller to Hattie Harrison. She's going to tip it over. It's blocked at the net. They get it back up in the air. Harvey again to Miller. She's going to go back to Hattie. Oh, and she hit it way too long. They're saying tip. Was it tipped? No, they say it was not. So the Bulldogs go down in set number 3. 25-22, and now lead by 1, 2-1 as we take a break here. We'll be back for the fourth set after this timeout.
Whether it's NFL on Thursday, Sunday, or Monday night, college football on Saturdays, or Roswell Coyote and Goddard Rocket football on Friday, Game Day Roswell is your #1 destination, with a kitchen open for all your favorite snacks and apps, and a stocked bar with a full line of beers and spirits, with happy hour pricing all the time, including $4 bottles and $5 16-ounce tap. And try the Game Day signature shot, Cinnamon Rocky Mountain Honey Whiskey, open Monday through Friday at 3, Saturdays at 11, and Sundays at 10:30 at 913 South Sunset in Roswell. Game Day, the place to go for football. Do you love your car?
Yes.
Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles with special financing available regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 3 years of free oil changes. So, what makes Roswell Hyundai the #1 used car dealership in southeastern New Mexico? You do. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
You've heard of a Four Seasons room, but have you heard of a Four Seasons window? Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing and Windows. It might surprise you to learn many windows are built to handle only the cold or only the heat, but not both. In southeast New Mexico, one or the other doesn't cut it. That's why Trustmark windows are built to handle our Four Seasons climate. The scorching summers, the bone-chilling winters, and everything in between. Special glass coating blocks extreme UV rays. A stout frame prevents warping from the extreme weather changes. And insulated glass is like putting your home in a giant styrofoam cooler in the winter and keeps cold out and warmth in. And in the summer, it keeps heat out and cool in. For our Four Seasons weather, get Four Seasons windows. Call today for your no-obligation spring window assessment, 575-755-7663, or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Welcome back here on KEND Roswell, KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling here at the state tournament volleyball as our very own Artesia Bulldogs are getting ready to start set number 4 against the number 5 seed Hope Christian Huskies. Bulldogs lead 2-1. They're 1 set away from facing St. Pius, who win in 3 over the Silver City Colts on the court next to us, so they've been done for a while now. St. Pius really good, and they've kind of blown through this tournament. But the Bulldogs have too. They're down or up 2-1 right here, getting into the fourth set, and back to serve will be number 9, Abigail Ryder. Oh, nope, it's going to be number 4. They handed the ball to her. Lacey Henry will serve. She'll start out in the middle as the Bulldogs starting 5 on the floor. Here's the serve. Oh, ace. Padilla dove for it. That ball dove in front of her. She got her hands on it, but it went straight down or straight across the floor. So 1-0, Hope Christian. Just a good serve there by Henry. Here's another serve. This time Harvey dives. Oh, nobody could get to it. Boy, another good serve there. And I don't know what happened exactly. Miller nor Harrison, they both looked at each other and didn't go for it as Harvey dove. They may have said it was on the ground. Maybe that's why. 2-0 on 2 aces. And that time she hits it into the net. So Bulldogs get one back. It's 2-1 now. Artesia down. And back to serve will be Tessa Yates for Artesia. Oh, I didn't give you the starting lineup. So Yates, Padilla, Harvey, Miller, Harrison, and Howard on the floor. And Tessa with her right side slide jump serve. Back row dug up by Henry. Into Ryder. Going to get it over. Padilla to Miller. Big swing. They're going to dig it up. Ryder got it up on the backside. That Howard shot, and then Howard's going to dig that up. Miller chases it down to Padilla, and she hits it a mile long from behind the 10-foot line. She hit it hard, and it just went way deep. Checking into the ball game for Yates is Brecken Miller. And back to serve on the other side, checking in, is Ortega, number 1, and she'll go back to serve. 3-1, Hope Christian. Here's the serve. Ooh, tough pass. Miller chases it down. Howard she shot it out way out of the court, almost all the way to where the stands are. 4-1, Hope Christian. So the Bulldogs just need to get on top of it here. Ortega back to serve again. We're in set number 4. Bulldogs lead 2-1 if you're just joining us. Serve, Padilla to Miller. Miller to Harrison. She'll tip it over. They get it up into the air, and they get it over. Padilla again to Miller. Miller cross set to Howard. Big swing. They block it out. Actually, they're going to get it over. They chase that down. Brecken, Kirkland back serve, back set, blocked at the net. Bulldogs, Padilla go across to Howard. Howard will get it cross court. They dig that up to Steele. Her little tip over, dug up by the Bulldogs. Brecken Miller. Howard with the swing. It's dug up by Carpenter. They're going to, nope, they can't get it over. So Steele on the left side there could not get it over. Swing and miss. So point Artesia. Wow, that was a back and forth. Both teams making some great defensive plays to stay alive. Howard takes a seat. Evans for her, down 2-4. So Evans back to serve on the right middle. Here's her serve. Right at the libero. She dives and saves it. Cross court to Steele. Her big swing is out. Cross court out, point Artesia. Steele and Carpenter, 5'9" is Steele and 5'11" is Carpenter. They're their two big hitters. Steele on that left side, the right side of the Bulldogs. Here's the put over right in the middle. There's Carpenter. Brecken gets it up into the air over to Padilla. Her shot is blocked, and that's going to be a block on the big swing by Padilla. Evans tried to dig it up but could not. So 5-3. As checking in is 7 and 12. Back to serve is Carpenter. Oh, she was already in. It was 12 that checked in. Bolden. Carpenter back to serve. Carmen to Miller right in the middle. Harrison just tips it over. They dig it up. Nope, they cannot. Kill for the Artesia Bulldogs. Back within 1. 5-4 as Harrison will go back to serve. Checking in is Whitmire, and Harvey will take a seat. Harrison just left of middle. And her serve into the net. Those are killers. I mean, it's just 1 point, but she's being real aggressive. 6-4 as Harvey checks back in. Harrison will take a break, and back to serve is McGork. Her serve, Padilla up to Miller. Miller cross set to Whitmire. Big swing, dug up on the back row. They're going to get it over the net, just a tip over. Brecken, Kirkland, cross set. Padilla goes off the net. They dig it up again. Cross set this time, and it's going to be dug up by Evans chasing it down. Was the Bulldogs. It's going to be a free ball on the left side. Just a big swing, and that is out. Wait a minute. They called us in the net. The Bulldogs were already cheering, but they said we were in the net. All right, McGork back to serve with a 7-4 lead. Harvey, Miller back set. Big swing, and it's blocked. Padilla blocked at the net. It comes right back over her head. Steele with the big block. 8-4, Hope Christian. McGork back to serve again. She serves from the middle. Padilla up to Miller. Miller back set to Padilla. She's going to go down the line for the kill. It goes off of Ortega and straight backwards. Checking back in is Yates. Out will be Brecken Miller, and back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. Down 5-8. Artesia down by 3 here. Here's the serve. Dug up by Ryder up front. Quick set. Big kill. Boy, Bulldogs not ready for that. Number 12 got up high. That's Bolden. She hit it straight down in the middle of the court. Just that quick set in the middle. Nobody there for Artesia. Number 2, Steele, will go back to serve. As number 3 checked in. Here's the serve. Evans to Miller. Cross set. Yates with the swing and a kill on the left side. Tessa Yates, 6-9 Artesia, down by 3. As looks like we're going to have Adrian Harvey check in here for Padilla. Padilla was going back to serve. Adrian Harvey will check in. She'll go back to serve. Also checking in will be Howard. And Evans will take a break. So Adrian Miller back to serve. Adrian Harvey back to serve. Nice knuckleball. Ace. Boy, what a great serve. Goes off of him right out over into the other court on that knuckleball that was moving all over. Bulldogs within 2. Adrian again back to serve, the junior. Here's her serve from the middle. Another knuckleball. Just hits the net. They do get it up into the air. Macias, big swing, and that's out. Point Artesia. That was number 3 with the swing. Chris Moore cross court, and it goes long. So Artesia gets within 1. 8 serving 9. Adrian back to serve again. Boy, her knuckleball is killer. Looking over. Here's her jump serve. Another knuckleball. Cassius gets it up into the air. They're going to set, and there's a kill down the right side for number 12. Bolden. Padilla will check back in. Harvey will take a seat, Adrian Harvey. And back to serve will be their libero, Ryder, Abigail Ryder, as the Bulldogs are down by 2 here in set number 4, 10-8, Huskies. Ryder going through her pregame ritual. Here's her serve from the right side. It's a floater. Padilla up to Miller. Miller back set. Whitmire with the big swing and way long. So point goes to the Huskies. 11 serving 8. Again, Ryder back to serve. Harvey. Miller chases it out, goes to the left side to Yates. Yates with the big swing, and it's way long. So the Bulldogs, a couple in a row there of too far on their swings to get them over. And Coach Williams says, let's take a timeout here, down 12-8 in set number 3. So let's take a timeout as well. We'll be back after we hear from Pressure Services.
Pressure Services, LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and all positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screening. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please apply in person at 2702 North Freeman in Artesia, New Mexico. Equal opportunity employer.
Both teams back on the court. Ryder go back to serve. Bulldogs looking for that bullet timeout. Stop the run here. They're down 12-8. Set number 4. And Ryder from the right side, the libero. Her serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller. Tessa Yates will bump it over. They dig it up. Ryder up into the air. They're just going to get it over. Free ball. Padilla to Miller. Cross set in the middle. Tipped it back by Whitmire. They dig it up back there. Now they'll just get it over. Oh, and it rolls down the net. One of those balls that rolls down the net and falls. Howard dove for it but couldn't get there. Low point. to the Hope Huskies. 13-8, they lead by 5. Ryder again back to serve on that right side. Her jump serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller's cross set to Yates. Yates going to tip it over with her left hand. Casillas digs it up. On the left side, big swing, and Padilla up into the air. Miller to Howard. They dig it up back there. They're going to come back. It'll be nope, they're going to go ahead and hit it. And Bulldogs will get it up on a great save. Howard will just get it over. And that's in the back on the get over. Bulldogs get the point. And that started with the dig by Harvey. She got it barely up into the air. Then Padilla tips it up higher. And then just on a free ball, Howard hits it over, but she hits it over long left, and it goes right into the corner. Nobody there. 9-13, Bulldogs down by 4. Carmen back to serve. Her floater is an ace. Casillas dove for it. Got her hand on it, but just goes sideways. Bulldogs within 3, 13-10. Set number 4, Bulldogs lead 2-1. Harvey again back to serve. Another great serve. They will get it over this time. Harvey comes up on it. Miller into the middle. Blocked at the net. Carpenter blocks Harrison. It comes down on Artesia's side. Point Huskies. So back to serve is number 4, Lacey Henry. Padilla. Miller left side. Harrison, and she hits it into the net. It looked odd. It was awkward because she didn't hit it hard. She did a little roll shot and just didn't even get to the top of the net. So just an awkward. The pass just out of sync there for the Bulldogs. All right, so 15-10. Here's the serve. Padilla, Miller. The tip over by Harrison. They dig it up. Now they're going to get it over. Miller, now it's just going to be free. Oh, and she can't get it over. Harrison. Bulldogs' wheels coming off a little bit here. 16-10. They need to get on a run. Lacey Henry will go back to serve again. 6-point deficit. Huskies with the 6-point lead as the serve is over. Harrison barely gets it up into the air. The Bulldogs are just going to get it over. Back row, they'll set it up on the left side, right side. There's a kill for number 10. McGork on their right side. She goes cross court. Bulldogs just out of whack right now. Again, back to serve is Henry with a 7-point lead here in set number 4. Starts in the middle. Here's her jump serve. Padilla up to Miller to Hattie Harrison. They're going to dig it up on the back row. Cross court set here. Roll shot. Howard. Miller back set. Yates will come in. Big swing. They dig it up on the back row. Henry. Now they're just going to bump it over. Up from Howard to big swing and a kill for Hattie Harrison. No, they still got it up in the air. No, they're saying it was down. Yeah, I thought it was down. The Bulldogs started to scramble. They were already celebrating, and then the ball came over. But point Artesia, we needed that kill by Hattie. Yates will go back to serve. 17-11, 6-point deficit for the Bulldogs. As Yates goes from that right side, here's her jump serve. Hits the net, but they dig it up in the middle. Carpenter with the big swing, and the Bulldogs get in the air, but goes backwards off of Yates. Kill for Carpenter. 18-11 as Breckenmiller checks in. Tessa Yates will get a break on the other side. Ortega checks back in. Also number 2, Steele, checks in, and Ortega will go back to serve with a 7-point lead, 18-11. Padilla just straight up in the air. Miller will chase it down. She'll go back set, and then just going to get it over was Howard. They'll go to the left side back set. Carpenter, and she got a kill cross set. Bulldogs weren't ready for it. Kill, and that's 19-11, 8-point lead for the Hope Christian Huskies. Ortega back again to serve on that right side. Or really right middle. Here's her serve. Padilla, this time a real good pass. Right to the left side. Hattie down the line left, out. So 9-point deficit here. Hattie with the big swing, but she just pulled it left. So 9-point lead, 20-11, Hope Christian. As Ortega again from the right middle. Here's her shot. Padilla to Miller. Harrison with the kill on the left side. This time she didn't go down the line. She went middle and she smashed it home. Hattie Harrison with the big kill. Evans will check in for Howard, and Brooklyn will go back to serve with an 8-point deficit. Bulldogs got to go on a run right now. Get these points back. Brooklyn from the right side. Here's her jump serve, little slide serve. Goes to the right side, up into the air. There's a big swing and a kill. Carpenter right in the middle. Nice little set there. As checking into the game was number 12, Bolden, and back to serve will be Carpenter, who just got that kill. 21-12 is the lead for the Huskies. Carpenter right middle. She stays way back. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. Here's the serve. Harvey, Miller, left side, Padilla. She's going to tip it over, and that's a kill for Padilla. 21-13 for the Bulldogs as Whitmire will check in for Carmen. Hattie Harrison will go back to serve on the other side. Carpenter takes a seat. Coming up for her is number 10, McGork. As the ball rolls onto the floor, so Evans will roll it back over the other way. All right, Hattie Harrison to serve. Left, just left of middle. Down by 8, 21-13. Back row, dig it up, and then right on the net is the kill. They got it up too far. Whitmire with the happy birthday. 21-14, Artesia. Great serve there by Hattie. As Ryder got under it, but it went too far up on the net, and getting the shot right down was Whitmire. All right, here's the serve. Again goes back to the back row. Set in the middle. Big swing, and there's a kill for number 12, Bolden. So a quick set right in the middle, and Bolden with another big kill. Carmen checks back in. Hattie will take a break. Back to serve will be McGork. Her serve, Padilla to Miller. Miller back set to Padilla. Big swing blocked at the net, and that'll be a point for the Huskies. And they now lead 23-14 here in set number 4. Momentum really in favor of the Huskies. Serve over, Padilla up to Miller. Miller cross court to Whitmire. They dig it up on the back row by Ryder. Cross court set. Big swing. Harvey digs it up. Miller cross court to Padilla. Her swing is blocked, and another point for the Huskies, and they now have set point. Lead by 10, 24-14, and this game of momentum has shifted. The Bulldogs were up 2-0. They lose set number 3, 25-22, and now 24-14. Here's the serve. That's going to get over on the bump in the middle. Big kill, and again, that's Bolden. So the Bulldogs go down in set number 3, 25-14. And so it's going to be up to final set. You only go to 15. You still got to win by 2, but it's 2-2 here as we take the timeout.
Attention, Roswell and surrounding areas. Roswell Ford knows recovering from an unexpected natural disaster is stressful, and our hearts go out to everyone who experienced loss due to the flooding. The damage left behind is devastating, but we're already seeing what it means to be Roswell strong, and we acknowledge and appreciate the heroic efforts of local authorities, first responders, and National Guard rescue teams. We've already received and continue to receive special shipments of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles available for immediate delivery during our massive Super Tent Sale. It's at our temporary location on West 2nd Street between Toyota and Allsup's. These new and pre-owned vehicles without flood damage are being offered to the public at unprecedented savings. We've instructed our staff to take any car in any condition. In fact, even if it doesn't run, we'll come get it and give you a generous allowance toward a new Ford or high-quality pre-owned vehicle. And we'll work with your insurance company to help you get what you deserve at Roswell Ford's temporary location on West 2nd Street between Toyota and Allsup's. Thank you.
In times of need, it's important to know someone's got your back. Tape Ranch Auto Group is here to support our community in Chavez County as we recover from the recent flooding. To help ease the burden, we are offering $1,000 in relief recovery cash for those impacted by the storm. Use this $1,000 towards the purchase of a new or pre-owned vehicle as a boost to your trade-in value to help cover your insurance deductible or even receive a check directly after purchasing a vehicle. And if you can't get your vehicle to us, don't worry, we're here to help. We can arrange to have it picked up and brought directly to our dealership. We know recovery takes time, and we're committed to standing by your side every step of the way. Let Tape Branch Auto Group help you get back on the road and back on your feet, because together we're stronger.
Welcome back here to the Rio Rancho Event Center. Artesia Bulldogs in the semifinal matchup, and we're all knotted up 2-2. Artesia and Hope Christian, the 10 seed Artesia Bulldogs against the 5 seed Hope Christian Huskies. The winner will face St. Pius this evening at 6 in the state championship volleyball game, as Pius already defeated Silver City 3-0. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Miller, Harrison. Well, waiting on some folks to get down. Miller, Harrison, Howard, Kraft, Padilla, and Harvey, as they're still getting, well, I don't know why our official is talking to the other side. She was talking to the game over next to us. Not even, I don't know what's happening with our official. She's all over the place, the one on the floor. The teams over to the left of our court, on court 3, are warming up, and she was standing over there talking to them. I don't know. All right, she's still looking at paper in front of her. She's not even telling them that they can do their switching here. Now she's going to walk down and talk to, well, now she's going to go talk to somebody over at I don't know what's going on. She's going to talk to, looks like the table in charge. She's talking to, I don't know if she got upset with the team behind her or what, but now she's finally walking back over here. She was talking to NMAA folks over there, and now the coach for Hope Christian is walking over talking to the NMAA. I'm really confused here. I'm not sure what's happening. She finally is given the rotation on their side, and now NMAA, I can't think of her same name. I think it's Sally Marcus. She's going over to talk to the other team over there. So that official must have got really mad at that other team. She's telling them, get off the court. That's what she's saying. And now it's getting some cheers. All right, so the Bulldogs here, it's the 1st to 15, and you've got to win by 2. Harvey will be back to serve in set number 5, the deciding set for the Bulldogs and the Hope Christian Huskies. Here's the serve. Back row dug up, and that's going to be up on the net. Point Artesia. That's an ace for Carmen Harvey. Just need to get on a run here, as it's tight when you're only going to 15. So they kick the other team off the court next door, and there's 2 girls on the other side of the court still warming up, but I don't know. Harvey, nice set, up in the air, again up on the net, and they're not going to get it over. Another ace for the, well, they hit it twice after that, so I guess it doesn't go down as an ace, but Harvey with 2 points. Just a great serve, just got over the net, had a lot of movement on it, that knuckleball. Harvey back to serve again from the right side. Again goes to that side. This time they get it up in the air, just flat up in the air. There's going to be a big swing. Harvey up to Miller. Miller cross court. Howard with the kill. 3-0 Artesia. That's what I'm talking about. They got to go on this run here early in the set to 15 because it can get away from you fast if you're on the wrong end of the run. Right now the Bulldogs lead 3-0. Harvey back again to serve from the right side, and her jump serve is another good one. It dives. Another ace. 4-0 Artesia. Now they're going to rotate out as Casillas will come in for number 2, Steele. No timeout taken, but she'll come in. And again, back to serve with a 4-0 lead is Carmen Harvey. There's a jump serve. Another great serve, another ace. Carmen Harvey on fire. 5-0 Bulldogs. Casillas dove for it and it went off to the right, out of bounds. She just checked in. Harvey again back to serve, leading 5-0. And here's her jump serve. Another good serve dug up by this time. Here's a tip over. Bulldogs get it up in the air. They're going to push it over. Oh, and that is just in on the left side of the court for the Bulldogs. Coach Williams stand up talking to that official saying that was close. So 5-1 Bulldogs. Back to serve will be Henry from the middle. Henry's a freshman. Padilla. Miller, big swing. They're going to dig it up in back row by Ryder. That was Harrison with the swing. Just going to get it over. Howard, Miller to Hattie in the middle. Swing and a kill. 6-1 Bulldogs. Hattie Harrison with a big kill down the middle. And now a timeout taken by Hope Christian coach. Whew. Let's take it as well. Artesia Bulldogs lead here 6-1 in the final set. We'll be right back.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
We're back here as Tessa Yates checks in for Kraft. Bulldogs leading 6-1 coming out of this timeout. And Yates will go back to serve from the right side. 1st to 15, got to win by 2. That'll be the deciding factor to get into the state championship against St. Pius. Here's the serve by Yates. Nice serve. Cassia straight up. Ryder gets it up to the front, just a tip over. Miller chases it down from the, and hitting it straight into the bottom of the net was Padilla from behind the 10-foot line. So the point goes to them as Breckenmiller checks in on the other side. Ortega checks in. She'll go back to serve. And number 2, Steele checks back in. 6-2 Bulldogs. Ortega from the right side. Here's the serve. Tipped at the, it hit the net. Those are killers. Padilla dove for it. It hit the net and crawled over. Point for them, 3-6. Bulldogs by 3, 6-3 lead. Ortega again with the serve. Brecken, Kirkland left side. Hattie Harrison with the kill. We needed it, 7-3 Bulldogs. On that left side, she hits it into the double block hard, and it falls straight down as Evans will check in. Howard will get a break. And Evans will go back to serve with the 4-point lead, 7-3. We could trade points the rest of the way. I'd be happy because we'd win. All right, Evans back to serve. Of course, I'd rather see him just put the foot down. Here's the serve. Ryder digs it up, back row in the middle. Tip over, dug up by Padilla, and then shoving it over. They're going to dig it up. That was Miller on the left side. Big swing, blocked at the net, but out. Hattie with the block, but it goes too far right. Just out of bounds. Is checking in for the libero is number 12, Bolden, another one of their big hitters. Back to serve will be Carpenter, the first of their big hitters. Down by 3, 7-4. Here's her serve. Up into the air. Cross court set. Tip it over. Kill. So Evans gets it up into the air. Miller cross court over to Padilla, and Padilla sets it up over the top of the block into the left side for the tip kill, and that'll put Harrison back to serve. 8-4 Bulldogs. Hattie just left of the middle. And here's her serve. Nice serve, right at Ryder in the back. Quick set in the middle, big, and there's a kill. Boy, I'll tell you what, Bolden, she's a senior, the 5'8" senior. She's had multiple kills, and that was another good one. They get that quick set right in the middle. Harrison takes a break. Harvey back in. 8-5. Back to serve will be McGork. Evans up to Miller. Back set. Padilla down the line. Kill. Artesia 10. Hope Christian 5 as Kirkland Miller will go back to serve. Breckenmiller takes a seat. Kraft back in for her. And Kirkland, I thought it was 10. They got that number up there quick. It's 9-5. Artesia by 4. Here's the serve. They dig it up on the back row. Quick set in the middle. Again blocked, but down on our side. So Whitmire and Padilla up for the block, but it comes down on our side. 9-6 Artesia. As number 6, number 3, Chris Moore checks in, and back to serve is Steele. Oh, they're going to say, hold on. They hadn't given the go-ahead yet, and that's the official on the floor once again. Oh, Whitmire's shaking up. I don't know if she got hit in the nose on that. I think she might have. I saw her kind of wincing after the ball came down. She's rubbing her face, rubbing her nose, so the ball might have went off of her nose. So let's see if they're going to have to make a change here or if Jenna can manage and stay in. Looks like she's going to stay in. So Steele from the left side. Here's her jump serve. Harvey comes to it. Miller, cross court. Ashton will just tip it over. They'll get that up. Ryder to the left side. Steele with the bump over. Evans to Miller on the left side. Padilla with the kill. Bulldogs 10. 6 for the Huskies as Macias will check back in. And on the Bulldog side of things, it will be Adrian Harvey will check in for Padilla and Howard in for Evans. So Adrian Harvey will go back to serve right here, leading 10-6. And she went on a little run when she checked in last time. We'll see if she can do it again. 10-6, Artesia, set number 5, 1st to 15 wins it. Nice floater. Macias digs it up, back set, going to tip it over. Bulldogs get it up in the air, but they can't get it back up. It just went up from Howard up into the net, and then Kraft got a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. So on the other side, checking in is number 7. That's Carpenter. On the Bulldog side of things, Harvey takes a seat. Padilla back in, and here's the serve from Ryder. Padilla, Miller, cross court. Big swing and a big kill for Jenna Whitmire. Bulldogs 11, Hope Christian 7. And on that kill, Harrison will check back in. Whitmire will take a break, and back to serve will be Harvey. 11 serving 7. Harvey from the right side. This is Carmen. Nice serve. They're going to dig it up. Can they chase it down? They do, and it'll be a free ball for Artesia. Kraft, Miller cross set over Howard, and they're going to call a double hit on Artesia. All right, 11-8. Artesia with a 3-point lead. Back to serve is Henry. She serves from the middle for the Christian Huskies. Padilla up on the net, and they win it. Boy, her pass up front was too far, and there was Carpenter too tall, and she puts it down 9-11, and Bulldogs will take a timeout up by 2. 1st to 15, got to win by 2. We'll take another break. Be right back.
Happy Honda Days are here, and that means a great new ride just in time for the best deals of the year. Like 2.9% APR for 60 months or 3.9% for 72 months on Honda Passport, 3.9% for 60 and 4.9% for 72 on Honda Pilot and Accord, and 4.9% for 60 and 5.9% for 72 on Honda Odyssey, Civic, and Ridgeline. And with every purchase, Roswell Honda's hooking you up with a giant roasting pan along with gift cards for your holiday feast. Happy Honda Days on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
All right, Lacey Henry back to serve. Her serve to Padilla. Padilla, Miller, Harrison. Oh, too long. Hit it hard, but too long. Point Huskies. 11-10. Bulldogs by 1. Once again, Lacey Henry back to serve. Here's her serve. Padilla off to the right. Kraft will go get it. And the Bulldogs just got to get it over, which they do. Free ball. Set in the middle. Big swing and another kill. This time for number 3, Chris Moore. 11-11. So the swing of momentum right back to the Huskies. The Bulldogs were in control, and now Coach William takes another timeout. So 11-11. I'm just going to keep it here. This has been a tooth and big-time fight with the Hope Christian Huskies. The Bulldogs win set number 1, 25-23, and then come back. They were down 23-20, and they win 26-24 set 2. But then Hope Christian battles, and they win 25-22 in set 3, and then kind of blow the Bulldogs out in set number 4, 25-14. And that leads us to the final set. The winner's going to advance and play St. Pius. And right now, it's all knotted up. It's back to 0-0. It's 11-11. You got to win by 2. First one to 15 And they have the serve. It'll be Steele. I'm sorry, Henry back again to serve once again. From the middle. Bulldogs break the serve right here. Padilla over to Miller. And there's this roll shot by Harrison. They'll come up front, just push it over. Padilla will go get it. Miller cross set to Howard. And that's going to be a Bulldog point on a kill from Demery Howard. The Bulldogs go back up by 1, 12-11. Kraft will get a break. Coming in is Tessa Yates, and she'll go back to serve. 12-11 on the other side. Macias checks back in. All right, so Tessa, one of our seniors, getting ready to serve here with a 1-point lead. Here's her jump serve. To the back row, Macias straight up. They'll chase that down, go to the left side. Big swing and a kill. Oh. Steele with, no, that's number 10. That's McGurk with the kill. Is checking back in is Ortega and Steele for Macias and Chrismore. It's tied up again, 12-12. Ortega back to serve from the right side. And her serve, Padilla. Tip over by Harrison. They're going to get it up into the air. Right side, tip over. Brecken goes and gets it. Miller to Howard, and that's going to be tipped and got back in the back row. They'll go to the left side again. Big swing, blocked at the net. They still have it up in the air, though. They're going to just get it over. Brecken, Kirkland in the middle. Harrison will tip it over. They'll tip it up. Chase it down. Big swing, and the Bulldogs still get it up in the air. Just going to get over back row. Ryder chases it down. On the left side, Padilla gets it up into the air. Miller to Howard. She hits it long. It's going to be up into the air. They dig it up on the left side. Kill effort. There's the Bulldogs over to the left side. Howard with another swing. Harrison gets it up off the block. Howard again just gets it over. Ryder in the back side to get it over. Bulldogs, Padilla chases it down. Miller in the middle. Harrison with the swing, and they were in the net. Bulldogs point. Whoo, that was a long call there. Long back and forth, both teams battling. The Bulldogs take the 1-point lead, 13-12. Evans checks in. And it looks like they take a timeout. So the Bulldogs by 1, 13-12. Well, I'll say this. Robbie and Josh on the call in Artesia, they didn't have to be so out of breath as the Bulldogs take care of business with the big win over the Lovington Wildcats, and they move on and will face Mayfield. And I'm not sure. I guess I could try to look online and see what the deal is. I can't remember if they've never played, if it's higher seed, or what the deal is. I'm going to text somebody and ask. As Mayfield hopefully will have to come to Artesia in the semis. All right, so we lead 13-12. Evans back to serve. And here's her serve. Over to the right side. They dig it up on the left side. Big swing, blocked at the net. Bulldogs dig it out. Harrison. And now Padilla with the roll shot in the corner. Ryder digs it up. They're going to go to the right side again. Another big swing. Again, Carmen digs it up. Miller chases it down and now just going to get it over. It's tipped at the net. They're going to have to just get it over. That's 4 hits. Bulldogs with the point. 14-12, set and match point. Evans with the serve. Here we go, Bulldogs. And the shot over. They dig it up in the back row. Quick set in the middle. Just going to tip it over. Brecken gets it up in the air. Miller cross set to Padilla. Yeah, it's a kill. The Artesia Bulldogs win the game 15-12 in the final set. And we advance. And we'll play the number 1 seed now. The St. Pius Sartans in the championship game. That game slated to start at 6 o'clock tonight. The Bulldogs, a team of destiny. Can they finish it out against the number 1 and really good St. Pius Sartans? We won't know till 6, but right now they can celebrate as they get the win 15-12 here against the Hope Christian Huskies on a huge kill down the line, the final hit of the game. So let's recap before I sign off. Artesia comes in 3rd in District 4 4A. Portales gets the 6th seed. The Goddard Rockets get the 9 seed, and we, the third-place team in District 4-4A, get the 10 seed. So we start off facing the number 7-seeded Valencia Jaguars, and we win in 3, 25-18, 25-16, and 25-18. So that bumps us into the 4 o'clock game on the winner's side to face the Academy Chargers, who had the first round bye. They were the 2 seed coming into the tournament. And all Artesia does is sweep them, 25-22, 25-23, and 25-9. So we stay on the winner's side. Yesterday, we don't play until 4 o'clock on Friday, and the Bulldogs taking on the 3 seeds. So we see the 7, we see the 2, and now we're going to take on the 3, Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. And Santa T gets set 1, 25-20, but then the Bulldogs, they don't mess around, and they get sets 2, 3, and 4, 25-21, 25-11, and 25-17. And that leads us to the do-or-die situation, no longer double elimination as we get into the semifinals, and we take on the Hope Christian Huskies, the 5 seed. And it was a nail-biter. Artesia wins set 1, 25-23. Artesia takes a commanding 2-0 lead, 26-24. And you can see each game tight. But then Hope, give them credit. They battle back and they win 25-22, set number 3. And then kind of blow the Bulldogs out, 25-14, win by 11 in set 4. They had all the momentum, but Artesia storms back. And in the final set, 1st to 15, the Artesia Bulldogs do it, and they win 15-12. All right, we'll be back on. Thank you for letting us get in on KEND in Roswell. Mike back in the studio, and Tanner, you guys got us where we could get this game broadcasted. I'm so glad we did, because our Bulldog fans could listen in here. We weren't going to be able to get it broadcasted because the Bulldog Sports was on the Artesia radio, but those guys worked overtime, got it where we could, and so if you got to listen, you heard a fantastic match between Hope Christian and the Artesia Bulldogs, with Artesia coming out on top. The 6 o'clock game, and I'll say 6, I'll say that loosely. Don't know if we'll get started on time or not, but it's scheduled to play at 6 o'clock against the St. Pius X Sartans, the number 1 team in the state, and they're really good. So the Artesia Bulldogs are going to have to keep working and try to get the state championship here in 2024. We'll be back on AM 990, FM 93.7. We'll be on KSVPTV.com. We'll be on KSVP Radio on Facebook and KSVP TV on YouTube. On behalf of all those guys back in the studio, this is Joby Hodling saying see you here in about an hour and 45 minutes.
That concludes this edition of Artesia Bulldog Football on AM 990 at 93.7 FM KSVP. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University, Pecos Valley Equipment, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Kane Electrical Supply, the City of Artesia Police Department, Coterra Energy, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Smile Expressions, Edge Safety, Faith Baptist Church, Finn's Country Market, Morris Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Tate Branch Dodge, Hawker & Sons, KFC, Incredible Printing, JS Warden Son Insurance, J&J Home Care, Richland Motors, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Amigo Machinery, La Fonda, Mac Energy, Pressure Services, Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, State Farm Agent Sandy Stockton, Spur Energy Partners, Turpinning & Sons Mortuary, Western Bank, Wilbanks Trucking, John and Nancy Yates, and the Eddy County DWI Task Force. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
As of today.
Who knows, Sean? I mean, most people right now are. I've got a variety of people who have come out publicly supporting me. Marco has, Rand Paul has, Tuberville has, Haggerty has.
Mike Lee has. Has Senator Cruz come out for you?
Not yet. I've got.
He might be feeling pressure because of the Texas connection. I don't know.
Yeah. So, but most people are not saying where they are. So, I'm optimistic because I've talked to everybody, and what everybody wants is what I'm talking about. What do they want? They want change. They want to be treated as equals. They want to have an agenda. They want to be part of a team. They know we have to work with the House. They know I have a great working relationship with Trump. They know I have a great working relationship with the leadership in the House, starting with Mike Johnson, Tom Emmer, and Steve Scalise. They know I'm a business guy. So actually, I believe I'm going to win. But we won't know, and, it's a secret ballot. They're rushing the vote. It's going to be Wednesday. We ought to take more time to have a more conversation about this should be a leadership job of what do we want to accomplish job. But it is what it is. So I'm very Elon Musk has supported me. Robert Kennedy has supported me. A variety of people have come out and supported. I'm very.
What about Sean Hannity's reporting? That doesn't count.
Sean Hannity has supported me. A bunch of your buddies have supported me. I talked to. Tucker Carlson has supported me. There's, a lot of your friends are supporting me. So, and I'm very appreciative to be on your show, by the way, and your support. Yeah, but Sean, I want to tell you, I love what you do every day because you care. You care every day. You're not getting up because it's good for you or bad for you. You care because it's good for everybody, and that's why you do what you do every day.
I love our country, and I want our country fixed.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. That is now my sole motivation. That is it for me. And and this election scared me, and I'm so grateful to the American people for getting it right in spite of all the lying and propaganda.
Sean, think about what's happened in Florida. All right, think about what's happened. My 14 years from running for governor in 2010, we went from 568,000 more Democrats and Republicans to more than 1 million more Republicans, and we won by 1.4 million votes. Donald Trump and I did. We won Miami-Dade by 10 points. We won Osceola County, which is a Puerto Rican county, by 2. We won in every metropolitan area in the state but 2. So, we are the center. I think we're the center of the Republican Party of America, and so the country has changed. They want what Donald Trump sold. They want what you talk about every day. They want the chance that everybody lives the dream of this country. That's what you talk about every day. So, you've had an unbelievable impact on how people think about where we're going as a country. So I just want to thank you for what you do.
I thank you for what you do, and honestly, this is so important. I think these 2 years are critical, and there is so much work to be done. And we're going to have to accomplish it quickly, and having the House and Senate will be helpful. Not having the biggest majorities means that everybody's got to pull in the same direction. But I just anyway, I really appreciate what you're putting yourself out there. I think you'd be a great majority leader. I don't have anything against your competitors. I just want the strongest voice that will fight the hardest, because Democrats fight hard. I know Chuck Schumer well, and he's unrelenting in terms of how he plays this game. And I think that, we need to be strong back and fair. Unlike them, they're not fair. Anyway, Senator Rick Scott, great state, free state of Florida. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We're going to be watching closely on Wednesday. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for your support.
800-941-SEAN if you want to be a part of the program. All right, do you find yourself a little exhausted every day? Maybe you have the 3 p.m. crash after lunch, or you're struggling with memory issues or focus issues. Maybe you're just tired and sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. Please pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. It is life-changing. It's called Strong Cell. It's a revolutionary supplement. For me, it's been a game changer. For Linda, it's been a game changer. I take it every day. Stay strong with Strong Cell, mind and body.
Looking for fake news? You won't find it here. You're with Sean Hannity. On the air now.
On air